And we're back. Last time on Tales in Ilthoria, you returned from the Shadowmere ruins with your prize, the Night Blooming Flower, to the Clan Sable estate, and it was party time. A night of frivolity and frolicking beneath the stars, which came to a crashing end when someone poisoned the patriarch of the clan, Lord Fane. Murder most foul, and the culprit turned out to be Lady Mantis, who revealed herself to be a shadow sorceress in service of an unknown leader somewhere beyond the Veil. You managed to defeat her and made your way out of the Clan Sable lands, continuing your quest to Sabai. And that is where we pick up.
So where physically are we on the map right now?
So you are nearing the edge of Telkushar lands as we start this session.
Okay.
You have been traveling for...
Do we know how much...
Go ahead.
Do we know, like, how much real time has passed since we were in their realm? Of, like, because I know time worked differently. Do we know how long we were actually gone?
You do not at the moment. You actually haven't exited Telkushar yet.
Oh, okay.
So you still are within the realm of the fairy, traveling toward the edge of their lands and the realm of Caliphate and your destination beyond in the Ivory Triangle. You've been traveling for a few days within the Telkushar lands, and you can feel the difference in the air as you step beyond their boundary into the low hills on the far side of the mountains. And you can see the sweeping desert dunes of Caliphate stretching out before you.
Oh, are we across the mountains then?
Yes, you are in the western foothills of the mountains now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
How far did we get? How close to Sabai are we? Are we exiting, like, right next to it?
Maybe.
No.
If we're very lucky.
We're at the... You said the
You are here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, red dot!
Red dot.
It's so helpful.
That is. I have to zoom in to see it because I zoomed all the way out. Okay, so we're like right by the lake. Okay, cool. That's not okay.
It's not bad.
No, but you know, we might not want to go traipsing through the desert.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
We died.
Okay, but like, what's the second worst thing that could happen?
We could get lost.
Okay, what's the 10th worst thing that could happen?
We could get there with, like, some minor scrapes and bruises.
I will take that.
So, as the crow flies, how long would it, in theory, literally take us to actually try walking through the desert? Not that I'm actually suggesting this.
You estimate you've got about a week's travel to get to Sabai.
Yeah, that's not a good idea then.
Do we know how long, now that we've exited...
You do have horses, by the way.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you,
do.
you
Oh,
were
nice.
given horses.
Oh, that's right.
And also, didn't we technically enter Telkushar with horses?
Which is why you have horses.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Do you guys want to try to go to Evair and then go to Sabai, or do you just want to try to trek through the desert?
Well, I think we need to try and figure out our location and time. Based on, meaning like how long we have to get, because if we can skirt around the outside like the bottom of the mountain so that we can maybe potentially stay near greenery and some like water, it might be helpful. But if we've only got like a week to get her there, then we're just gonna have to book it across the desert.
That's fair enough.
So, just to
Kind of what I
remind
was
you
thinking.
guys, you do have the alchemist jar, which is an unlimited source of water.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
It's unlimited?
Jim the jug.
Well, it's not actually unlimited, but for our purposes, for drinking purposes, for 4 people a day, it is like more
Gotcha.
than enough.
No,
Yeah, because I forgot how much
it can be
water
refilled an unlimited amount of times.
Oh, can it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought it was like once per day or something. Okay, sorry.
Well,
Well,
and
yeah,
I
but
thought
it'll
it.
provide enough water
thought
for you
it
to get
only
through a
did-
day, and then you refill it the next day. So it's essentially an endless
Oh
source
yeah,
of
that's
water.
8 gallons
Right.
of fresh water. Oh yeah, we're fine.
Oh, okay, awesome. So,
Yeah,
and,
and you have
do
the
we have
Goodberry
an
bag.
idea?
Yeah.
That's true. I have the Goodberry bag.
It's almost like I set you guys up to succeed with this.
I remembered the Goodberry bag, but I forgot the stupid jug.
Do
Forgot
not
about that.
insult Jim like that. Please and thank you.
Right.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's almost like I knew you'd be traveling across the desert.
I'm gonna take that as he wants us to travel across the desert.
Oh, 100%. It's just funny because we're all like trying to problem solve, and the answer's right there.
It seems to happen a lot with this group.
Do we know how long we have? Like, do we have exactly enough time to get her to Sabai, or do we have?
So as of right now, you don't know how long you are actually in Telkishar.
To step out.
If you
Did we
wait
just?
until nighttime, you can attempt to read the stars and find out like how long it's
Or
been.
I would say the phase of the moon might make a lot of sense, especially
thing.
for somebody who would know that stuff, aka not me. But like, you guys might be able to
Don't
tell
ask
that.
Thorn. Don't ask Thorn.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
wait,
try.
I do have.
I feel like
would that be
Corey.
nature?
Hey! I'm a druid with
Yeah.
the circle of the moon. Shouldn't I be able to like look at that and tell stuff?
When you can see the moon.
Yeah. Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, I feel like I should be able to do that.
Yeah, you have a better than average chance of figuring it out.
Awesome. So when it turns nighttime, I got you guys.
But it is currently like late afternoon, so you've got a few hours
Okay.
before the sun goes down.
What's around us currently at the moment? Are we just like in a valley or something like that?
So you're in the lower foothills of the mountains bordering the desert, so a lot of it is just kind of scrubland. There's not
Okay.
a whole lot of foliage around you.
Gotcha.
Which is fine because we have the Goodberry bag.
Yes.
So excited about that. I keep.
I know. I wrote down the full scythe and the wand part of the handle, but I forgot to write down on like another sheet of paper Goodberry bag, so I have to look at my character sheet. Remember that I have it.
I mean, did you just like add a bag of holding and then on your note you can do good berry once per day? No, is it a handful of good
Yeah.
berries once per day?
I think that's what I did. Whoa! My character sheet looks weird.
Yeah, they updated D&D Beyond yesterday because now you can live stream your thing from above.
You can, this makes it so much more helpful. You can add items to your backpack and to your bag of holding. You know what
Yep.
you've got in there without writing it down. Oh, this is so helpful.
Yeah, they've also been
update
updating
came
above,
out.
so
Uh-oh.
Oh, I keep forgetting that I have this item. Tordek, your assistance, please. And I'll show him the black stone with red veins. And I need you to try to help me figure out what this is, please.
Would I use? Let's see.
you could try Arcana.
Arcana? Alright.
Good chance for
You must have written that down. Like you've been waiting for that.
No, I just completely forgot. I
Ooh.
mean, we've had a lot
Oh.
happen since
Oh.
then.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
this music is far more
That's-
epic than I intended it to be.
thought you were just gearing us up.
No, this is
So-
this is listed as D&D travel music.
Yeah, it's an Arcana check of like 3, but I got Stone Cunning, so would I get a little bit of a bonus?
Yeah, it doesn't help much. You do not know what this stone does.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm not sure.
I gotta.
Are we talking about the black stone with the red veins?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I completely forgot. Because I'm just going through my inventory. I was like, I never got that figured out.
Yeah, I was going through my stuff and I was like, what is this black stone with veins? Okay.
I'm gonna show it to you because you're also a very magic person. Do you want to try it?
Sure, what am I trying? What am I rolling?
Check.
An Arcana check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 21!
Oh
Whoa.
wow.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you know the stone is magical. It is a trigger device for something. It is fire oriented, but its exact purpose eludes you.
Okay. Trigger device.
Fire related. Okay.
Yeah, you know it's kind of a it's like a keystone kind of thing. It's like you put this in something and something happens.
Something like
So-
fire.
Something like fire.
So
Sounds not cool for us.
I'm literally just putting it in my inventory as key.
You might
Alright,
want to
that
check
was
it that it's not an actual key, like, just so you don't get confused.
true.
Change this music if it is not appropriate.
I was
Stone
What happened?
fire.
Like-
thing.
Yeah, the stone fire rock. Oh my
No,
God,
it's
this-
literally I put key to fire thing.
I literally just put trigger device, fire related, and then in parentheses, stone.
Let's see how many
I just put in
So-
my notes black stone with red veins.
So, what is the plan here?
That is a good question. I guess we start. Well, I guess we start walking to Sabai because we don't really know 100% yet how long we have, and we don't want her to be late.
Riding horses by.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, because I'm not just gonna walk if I've got a horse. But
Some cardio in.
the horse can get cardio for me. Yeah, I guess we start because you said it's what, late afternoon.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like. Okay. Are we gonna? Do we want to
Do
try
me a
to?
favor and make a survival check.
Okay.
Oh.
Her
All of
or
us,
all of
or
us?
just me?
Anybody can.
Ooh.
Thorn got a 19.
I'm gonna try.
13.
Oh, shouldn't even try at that point. I had 21. Jeez.
Nice.
11.
Okay, so it makes sense that Defiance got the highest roll.
Yeah.
You know a good rule of thumb when traveling in the desert is don't travel during the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the heat.
And I'm. Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, heat number 1. So I'm gonna tell you guys that like we should probably. I guess make camp here at the foothills to start.
That's very well.
Don't sound so sure
I mean,
of
I
yourself.
don't know if we want to like. What's that?
Don't sound so sure of yourself.
No. Well, I'm just trying to decide if we're like, are we gonna like stay awake all night and sleep during the day? Because that's just like awkward for most people. But
That's my life.
I do it.
If
Same.
that's-
But normal
if that's-
people, it's hard for them to do that. But I guess we're
My
gonna have
thing
to.
if it's that's the way that we have to travel for now to get through the desert safely, then I guess we're just gonna have to flip our schedules
I mean, you don't
around a little
have to,
bit.
but it's generally a bad idea to travel during the heat of the day.
Yeah, we
Facts.
could probably. So I would say that we could probably like take a rest of some kind in the middle of the day and travel like starting early morning and going to like does that make sense? Like in the
Like nighttime and
morning
go till
before it's
early
hottest,
morning.
and then in the evening again, so we can still like
Yeah.
sleep at night. But does that make sense?
Yeah, so just a small rotation system. That's fine. Yeah. That's cool.
Do we want to go ahead and take a rest now since we've been traveling through Tel Kashar for a few days? And then wait for it to get nighttime, figure out how long we've been in there, and go from there?
If
Like,
it's
are
later,
you...
I mean, if it's later afternoon, we could start off now. If it's like
Yeah.
mid-afternoon, we don't want to,
The sun is on the decline.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
start off now then.
Awesome. All right, so I guess we'll are we rolling to see who knows which way to go best, or are we just hoping that Marta knows and following you?
Yeah, so make survival checks to figure out which way you're going, because there
Yeah,
are
'cause
no
we wouldn't be able to
landmarks
see
in the
anything.
desert.
Right.
Yep.
21 for Thorn.
Nice.
Ooh. Nope, I got a
I
9.
gotta say, I love Corey's dice
16.
rolls on the virtual tabletop, and I kind of wish you could all do that.
I wish I could too. I'm sorry.
You can.
I don't
You
know
just have
how
to
it.
turn the feature. So you see that red thing on your screen at the top on above VTT? Change the color.
Because mine's red right now.
Okay, I'm
As
gonna
is mine.
try. I'm gonna try it. I mean, I already rolled. I'll tell you, I already rolled and I rolled a 10, but I'm gonna try rolling again for see if it comes up. Did it come up?
No.
No.
Yeah, this is what we tried before. So
Yeah, I don't know why it
I
doesn't work for some of you.
I don't know what I feel like I'm probably doing something wrong, but I just don't know what. Because I made that button not red, so I don't know.
Well, no, mine is red.
You want it to be red.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it was red
red.
before.
Oh. And then, so the only thing that I do, literally, the only thing is it's red.
Oh my
See?
God.
Oh, I just got
Oh,
it!
wait.
That was me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, I'm gonna try something slightly different.
Wait,
Let me try.
It's weird. When I roll for you, it shows up.
Okay.
Weird.
Wait. Did that work? No, that didn't work. Darn it.
No.
So
I keep trying different stuff.
when you roll, do you go to the Players tab in above VTT and open your sheet there?
Yeah. I go to above and hit sheet and then roll whatever necessary thing at the moment.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what
just
I
go
do
to the
too.
sheet. I'm going to the sheet button right now and clicking that.
Oh, that's so weird.
I feel like there's probably another setting that I have to have on or something that I just don't.
I don't know, because there were no settings to turn it on. Oh well, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just gonna keep trying to roll stuff, and like eventually there's gonna be like a queue of 100 rolls, and it's just all gonna come out one day, and
Oh,
you guys
well,
are gonna be like,
let's-
"Dang, Defiance did a lot of survival checks."
we'll just move on. Maybe someday
Very
we'll
good.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So who got the high roll?
yeah.
I had 21.
I had
I
a
don't know if I
9.
beat that.
16.
All right, so Thorn is the closest to figure. He knows which way is west, and you guys know that Sabai is to the west, so that's the direction you start heading.
That makes sense. You can probably tell by the sun
Onward.
too.
And you head off in that direction out of the foothills, and slowly the ground turns from hard-packed dirt to soft sand, rolling dunes, and within a few hours the hills are a distant line behind you, and you are well into the desert as the sun sinks below the horizon and the stars begin to appear.
Beautiful.
Along the way, I'd probably like just give general information about the city. I didn't really have much specific, but y'all are welcome to ask questions. like I said to, I was telling John earlier, and I'm not saying this in character because I'm just like listing stuff, but first of all, like this is a city that has like a city guard, so don't piss anybody off because you don't want to get into like trouble. It's kind of like the same thing with don't piss off the fairies in Telkashar, um
Okay.
and they're all you you would recognize them. They all wear like red cloaks and generally carry falchions. But also looking ahead, obviously we have like a week to get there still. But does Corey have any? Okay, so Corey normally does not wear shoes, correct? There's no
Correct.
footwear.
Correct, because I have hooves.
Okay, so that might be a good idea. Do you the cloak that you got in Alero, does that like go down long enough to cover your feet? I'm wondering.
I would say yes, because I sort of specifically got the cloak to hide my scythe on my back, and since the scythe is like bigger than me, so like a portion of its handle sticks out, but I would want to hide. So I would say that it would be long enough that it would probably hide my feet. Why?
Okay. Well, because it's just you're gonna stick out. Like I'm definitely not gonna stick out. Tordik and Thorn should be fine, but you don't want to be drawing attention. There aren't like there aren't satyrs in the city, I
Yeah.
mean, you're Fae, and
So hood up.
yeah,
Cloak
if
on.
you're
Gotcha.
because you also have like the horns and the ears, don't you?
Yeah, I've got the satyr horns and like sort of pointy, almost elvish ears. I'm assuming is what they're similar to.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the ears. I was thinking about the horns, and I was like, oh, that's fine 'cause of tieflings, but no, yeah, that's true. So
And
just
also, my hair is like blue, so it's I'm not very menacing looking.
no. But you don't want to be attracting attention.
Gotcha.
You don't want to be attracting specific attention from.
Okay.
Honestly, so you know how my character was a slave? Like, you are very unique. You're going to be very unique in the city, and you don't want anybody getting any ideas.
I feel like this could have been
Gotcha.
done in character.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm just like still coming off of. I'm still coming off of my work, and like, I need to get in character. But
It's fine.
what else was
Okay,
I gonna
so-
say?
So hood up, cloak on at all times, head down.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Heard.
Try not to draw attention to yourself.
Okay.
Tordik will be
I can do
fine.
that.
Thorn's gonna draw attention from his size, maybe, but he'll be fine. What else was
Now,
there?
So we're switching
I'm
it
just racking
around.
my brain, but
We're going from a place where I fit right in, and y'all are the sore thumbs, to y'all fit
Yeah.
right in, and I'm the sore thumb.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty much.
yeah.
Sounds good. I will keep my head down. I will stay out of trouble, and I will follow y'all's lead.
It's more a case of that you look like a very lucrative target.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So,
not like
We're gonna have
I
people
just don't want you to
playing.
get stolen.
Gotcha. So we're gonna have people playing around, some fuck around and find out games.
Yeah,
They
but
go
yeah.
is try and take the satyr,
Yeah,
and then they die.
which is
Oh.
so true. Like I've thought about that. I'm like, like that would just be so funny if someone tried something, because y'all, we would swing into action as a group, but then
Yeah.
that would attract attention, and like I said, we don't want to be attracting.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
So,
Oh.
my character obviously knows the like the layout of the city in general, so I'll be able to like lead us when we get there, pretty much. But
Perfect.
I can't even think of anything specific, so let me know if you guys have any questions.
Alrighty. And if you think of anything while we're there, of like, hey, don't do that.
Oh
Let
yeah,
us know.
obviously. I will tell you that I do like my character has a general an idea of where to go in the city, but like I still don't necessarily have a clue about what's gonna happen with this like trial thing. So depending on
I guess
when
that is a
we
question someone would ask. Would it be okay for you, given your situation at the moment, can you be out in the open right now, or do we need to try to be kind of stealth at the moment, like when we get there?
So the chances of someone recognizing me specifically is fairly low, unless that's two possibilities: either some random person from my background, which is very unlikely, or certain people at least from the Iron Circle might be on the lookout. But yeah, it's a large city. There's a lot of people, and I'm just one person. So as long as I don't, you know, I should be fine. I was
Gotcha.
initially thinking I'd had to be a lot more on the slide, but I don't think that's the case actually. As long as I don't.
Plus, they're
Um,
expecting you, right?
yes.
So I mean, okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. And if, like I said, if there's anything that you can think of, let us know that we need to be aware of.
Yep.
All right. So stay on the down low. Don't draw any attention to yourself.
It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, as long as
Other than Thorn. Thorn's pretty tall.
yeah.
I will do my best to not stick out like a sore thumb.
He's gonna tower above the crowd. It's awesome. He can keep an eye out for things.
I'm Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I just think it's funny that me, Fiennes, and Tordek are fairly like normal sized, if not like small. And then we'll just have like Thorn. So like if we ever get it's like one of those like, alright, if you get lost, just look for Thorn in the crowd. Like
That's so true.
Oh, please, don't do that. You and I both know Thorn's gonna be the one to get lost. So he's gonna be...
That's so funny. Like, you know how they like put school children in like the uniform T-shirt when they go on field trips?
Yep.
Thorn is our uniform T-shirt.
I'm the
If you
uniform
ever get
T-shirt.
separated from the group, look for Thorn.
While I'm thinking of it, before I forget, what did you guys like have as far as things you wanted to do in this city? Because assuming that we have time, you know, we're gonna have time before or after the trial. I don't know when, but I know that there was probably gonna be some shopping.
Eh. I mean, what's there to... Like, do we need anything?
I mean, other than I know that we talked about wanting to, is that... Okay. I know we talked about wanting to try and figure out secretively, a time to look at what, like, the goblets and the pictures, like the art that we got from the Dragon Horde, and see if we can distinguish any of them to belong to a specific family.
Yeah, that was
and,
like my random idea, but I don't know if everyone was wanting to do that or not. So
well, I'm totally down. And then kind of just letting the dice decide. If
yeah, John, ready-made side quest.
What else is there to do in the city besides shopping?
Anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we can go to the library and try and figure out a little bit about Necromancy Bone. And then
I was
also
nothing more than to go to the library.
yeah,
Honestly,
there's
I
a
asked
lot
you
of
that one
stuff.
specific question. I was like, I want to go to the library so badly.
Yeah, I need to go. I will go with you for sure because there's a couple of things that I need to check out. I want to check out and see if I can find anything about the necromancy bone. I want to learn more about the Raven Queen, and potentially like what the scythe is all about. So like I've got some stuff that I want to do some research on. I'm totally down to go to a library because I'm assuming this is a big enough city that it'd have a fairly large library.
Yeah,
So
definitely. You just obviously just always want to use caution when you're bringing out stuff about like the Raven Queen. Okay, you might not want to
oh
like
yeah,
say
no,
that.
I'm not just gonna like plop it, like go in there and like plop it down on the table and start doing research about it. No, I'm just gonna but try and see if I can find some books about her, see if I can find some books about the scythe and why it might have been destroyed and what its purpose putting it together is, kind of thing. So
I don't know how the library works exactly, so kind of have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But
okay, sounds good. I can
yeah,
add that to the list of things to
I
do
know
here.
Yeah.
Eric, you had mentioned about like getting the getting this stuff, getting the diamond or whatever it was in like a format that you could use for the spell.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do that and
So
maybe look for some scrolls and maybe see how much a nicer shield would be. But
library.
Cool.
Okay, so
Is that something that you do on your own, or you're gonna like go to like a jeweler or something?
I guess it depends because I have it in the background. I know how to do that, so I don't know if I'll have to make some checks or if it'd be better off just to have someone else do it.
I will say that I've done a little bit of research out of game, and now this will have to be a DM decision, John. But technically, the the gold piece, the amount of it, diamond needs to be for the spell doesn't have to be like one giant piece. It can be like a bunch of little pieces that make up enough of like a 500 or 300 diamond, whatever it is. But technically, even if he were to just like smash it and he were to use the spell, only a portion of that diamond would be used based on what's needed for the spell. But I think that is a little bit more of like a DM call on whether you want it to be more precise or to work like that. But technically, it doesn't have to be like a 300 gold piece size piece of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, that's exactly how it works. It needs to just be 300 gold pieces worth of diamond. It doesn't have to be a solid piece worth 300.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, so
it
we can
doesn't
just
have
break
to
it
be
off.
like
The frick?
Right.
What
I
is
know the
that?
lower level one is like that. I know that the higher level one, it's specific, has to be a diamond of a certain size.
oh, okay.
So I wasn't sure.
Does it say a size or does it say a GP value?
For resurrection, it says that a diamond worth of at least 1,000 gold.
Yeah, that just means it needs to be 1,000 GP worth of diamond. It doesn't have to be a solid piece.
Oh, okay. Because the lower level one says diamonds worth up to 300. So I thought that's why it was
it's
different.
literally the same thing. It just means that GP worth of diamonds.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's not as okay.
So it doesn't have to be like precisionally cut. Is what I was
Okay, yeah.
trying
No,
to
yeah,
get
you
at.
could literally just hit the thing with a hammer and you're good. You don't even have. You can
All
just
right.
have it as it is, and it'll just take a piece off of it when you cast the spell.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
really?
even better if you'll do it that way. It makes it
Oh,
a lot easier.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
magic.
figured
You
it would
just
use the whole
smash
thing.
it?
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Well, that solves that problem.
Honestly, you just cast a spell, and like a piece of the diamond will just dissolve to fill the cost of the spell.
Okay, that's awesome. Because I was worried if I had to smash it or cut it, it would lose like dust
Yeah.
of it from the.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Or selling
Oh.
it might be like, raise some eyebrows.
Right.
I know
This
we
big old
talked about
diamond.
this.
No,
I know we talked about this
Defiance
forever
knows
ago,
that
Martha.
would raise absolutely 0 eyebrows in
Oh,
Sabai.
okay. Cool.
The market of
Marta thought
Sabai
it
has
would,
seen
so-
weirder things.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I know that you and I talked about this forever ago, Marta. You talked about wanting to try and upgrade your leather armor to studded leather.
Oh yeah, I did. Thank you for reminding me. That's
So
a good one.
we will probably have to do a little bit of shopping
Yeah. Anyway.
while we're
that's-
here.
I mean, we have the gold for it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Which is
do.
another
Oh my
thing
god,
that we
wait,
need
we're
to do.
going. I have stuff to sell.
Oh, that's another
We
thing.
need to set
This
up-
is a minor thing in the grand scheme. But speaking of, we have gold. You reminded me, Noah. When we get to the city, like, probably a good idea. I feel like this is common sense, but just in case, it's probably a good idea to keep any gold that you might want to use that day on you, so that we're not
Absolutely.
always reaching into the bag of holding and like coming out with massive amounts of gold. Does that make sense? That was just my thought, but I don't know how
How
y'all
much-
feel about that.
So,
I think 4K gold would be really heavy. Unless
Well,
you mean just,
yeah.
well, you mean pull out what we're going to use ahead of time and put it
Yeah,
in
no,
yourself?
I was just saying, like, make sure everybody
Well, I
has
would
some
say
on
if it's-
hand for everyday
yeah.
purposes.
Oh,
And if it's like a really big amount, like if you need like 400,000 worth of gold, then at that point we'll just like take it
Holy
out of the
nine.
bag.
We don't have 400,000.
I was about to say, wait a minute, what did you buy? A castle?
I mean 4,000, not not 400,000. Sorry, 4,000.
Let's say,
you
good
need cost
lord.
400,000 gold.
4K of gold.
Corey's been off raiding other
You know what,
dragon's
guys?
lairs.
We can just retire.
Right? What did
sold
you say, John? I missed it.
Corey's just been off raiding other dragon lairs while you guys were traveling.
This whole adventuring
Even
thing isn't
tell
for
us.
us anymore. We can just retire
I'm sorry,
in this
I
castle.
wanted it to be a surprise for y'all. I wanted to just show up with more gold.
What did you do for these 3 days?
One dragon each day.
Legends of Corey
Ooh.
the Dragon Slayer.
Do you
Yes!
know if there'd be like the games that we did in Ilthoria again?
I mean,
Like
there's
the contest?
there's not like a specific festival going on that I'm aware of, but would there be
Probably
anything?
gambling.
Oh yeah, you
sure.
could. What'd you say?
I said there's probably gambling for sure, and there's probably gambling having to do with strong arm combats.
Is there a fight club?
Probably.
Is there a fight club?
There's
No, I
probably
mean, we
a
can't
fight
talk
club.
about it if there is.
I mean, I'm kind of going to meet the Fight Club.
No,
Oh,
I'm
that's
talking
true.
about like a legal fight club.
Well,
Why does it have to be illegal?
Not illegal, legal.
Oh,
Ace legal.
so like a wrestling.
yeah, like
Oh,
Yes.
like arena tournaments.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
is that-
yes, yes.
I'm
Probably.
not aware of anything off the top of my head, but John. I don't know. That's something maybe John could think about.
You got the city primer.
I know. Can't think of anything like that.
Mart, I need you to look for me, please.
No, I'm thinking of. No, there's nothing. No Fight Club.
There's
Also, I'm
probably-
assuming we've been walking the
probably
entire time we've
arena
had this
games.
conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all happening. I'm imagining this is happening that first afternoon that we started off into the desert.
Honestly, I'm
Sorry, I'm not like in
kind of
character.
seeing this whole thing as several days of traveling and just various conversations you guys are having as
Oh.
you're traveling.
Well, in that case, as soon as it turns nighttime, I want to try and figure out how long we were in Okashar.
As a druid of the moon, you can quickly figure out that despite how long it seemed you were in Telkishar, you were only in there for roughly the equivalent of half a day.
God! Because
Okay.
we were there like a week and some change? 2 weeks?
Yeah, like probably closer to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Between all the travel and the boat.
Yeah.
You still have
Awesome. So you got plenty of time to get to Caliphate.
Oh, we're good then.
Yeah,
Never mind.
as of leaving Telkishar, you had a week and 2 days left to get to Savai.
Ooh.
Nice.
So we're not cutting it close, but those 2 days were pretty good.
We're cutting
It
it
takes a
close, but
week.
not that close. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Basically, it means you'll show
So,
up
you
there
know
with
what?
a couple of days to spare.
Yeah.
We have a weekend.
Shopping before we.
Already
Yeah.
before Defiance goes to trial.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right.
Oh,
That
God.
does anything.
So,
I'm just
So-
like waiting for something to happen in the desert.
The
God.
dragon came back for round 2.
Oh God.
oh no, don't do that.
Seriously, been like so waiting for that.
Press
Like not right
one.
now, but like it's gonna happen. I swear to God.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
Sandwich.
long rest. Take long rest.
Oh, long rest. That's a good one.
Oh, I'm
Thank
glad you did that. So,
Yeah.
are we talking, is this city closer to size of New York or Atlanta? Like, in terms of size, or do you know?
Well, they're not. It's like a medieval city, so they're not. It's nowhere close to either of them. But
I'm just saying, like, a ratio. Like, is it bustling and busy, or is it just more of a regular business-type city?
no, it's gonna be bustling and busy.
So it should
Oh,
be
nice.
it should be noted that it is a city-state.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're gonna be shoulder to shoulder with people. Cool.
Pretty much. Keep your things close to you.
How about say we finna get robbed?
Pickpockets are a thing.
I'm just planning on keeping like everything in my cloak and just my cloak wrapped really tightly around me. Like
Yeah, so the
backpack, everything.
seeing as we have like a week and we'd be talking, yeah, like what John said, it was it's a city state. They have it's I don't know what the term for it is. I forget what the actual term for the whatever ocracy. It's not a theocracy. It's not a democracy.
Bureaucracy?
It's like bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy?
No, but they have like a ruling the ruler or whatever is called the emir. He's essentially like a king,
Okay.
but he's called the emir. And as far as I know, actually, John, is that that's a hereditary thing, right?
Yes.
That's what I got the impression of. Yeah. So he's in charge. Has been for since he was like really young, and
Yeah, literally since he was a boy.
right, like someday his daughter will take over. Well, maybe. Would it be his daughter? Actually, I just know he has one.
So in real world, no. In this world, yes.
Yeah. I just realized as soon as I said it, I'm like, I don't know if he has any other kids. So
No, he only has the
yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
Is he good king, fair king, or is he kind of a
Well, I don't know. That's I guess for you to decide, but this
Well,
is
you know what's rumored.
well,
You have to let us know the lore. So
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was
What is
asking.
he's kind of been a shut-in recently, is my understanding.
Oh, no.
So, all right. So story time. How long ago was this? 6 years ago. I looked at my thing.
Congratulations.
So his 6 years ago, his daughter was actually involved in a horse riding accident and was killed. And
Oh.
yeah,
yeah.
and this is where I start not being able to pronounce things, John.
Numair.
Okay, well that one I actually figured, but the god
Pelor?
Pelor?
Pelor.
Pelor? Okay,
Hello.
yeah. So anyway, so there's a couple different like religions that are practiced in the city. There's like 5 of them, but the high priest of Pelor in the city, a guy by the name of Numair, resurrected her, and it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also might not want to go around advertising that we might be able to resurrect people, Kordek.
So basically, we'd have to not die.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't forget. In the world facts, I did note that most clerics, wizards, spellcasters in general, the most powerful ones in the world are somewhere around level 10, and you guys are nearing that.
Yep.
Oh God, really?
Oh
Yes.
god.
I've been
Okay.
thinking about that and the resurrection thing ever since I read the primer. I'm like, I'm glad that it got brought up because I did want to say that about don't mention Eric. Don't let Tornik mention the fact that it's like anything about this diamonds for resurrection. I guess it doesn't matter now if you're not going to try to sell them or anything, but
Yeah.
just don't go around advertising our general skills because we're actually getting pretty tough. And
Well, and also because
We
necromancy
did kill a dragon.
is not around, right? And wouldn't resurrection be considered necromancy?
No.
It's
It's
Ew.
literally the opposite of necromancy.
Okay. Whew.
Necromancy is
So-
undead.
Yeah,
We're
okay,
bringing this
okay.
person back to life.
right.
Gotcha.
She
Okay,
was
that makes
fully
sense.
brought back to life, to the best of my character's knowledge, at least.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, so we're getting powerful, dudes.
Yeah, but I don't want to necessarily throw that around. But
Well, yeah, obviously, but dang. okay.
getting just before I forget, getting back to what was said about the Emir, he's like, because of that whole thing with his daughter being resurrected, and he kind of the idea or the thought, rumor, I guess, whatever, is that he is now like super protective of her, and they're not really seen out and about a lot, so
Okay.
people kind of get the impression, or they spread rumors, whatever, that he is maybe unfit to rule
Gotcha.
because he's like afraid of anything happening to his daughter, or
That makes
And
Okay.
so there's all these different, there's like 5 different primarily 5 religions that are practiced in this city. They all have their own main like temple that's all in the like temple part of the city. There's different parts of the city, which I didn't really explain. So I'm assuming that when we get there, because we're gonna show up on the towards the eastern border, that we'll probably show up right around that area, or maybe the what's it called, John, to the north, the Common Quarter?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we'll either, depending on where exactly we come in, we might come into the main area where there's people living. There's
You're going to be approaching the city from the east. To come from the north, you would have to circle around into the burning wastes first.
The burning.
That doesn't sound like a
wastes?
place I want to go.
I'm about to say the burning wastes.
well,
I think
that's where we're.
That's
where we
literally
are.
what Caliphate is called.
Yeah,
Oh no. Okay.
guys, if we didn't have the good berry bag and mainly the jug, also, to be honest, I would be like, nah, we're not going through the desert, because this desert is like, if you go out there without proper provisions and like protections, you're gonna die. Like it's just a desert,
Okay.
I mean,
There's
yeah.
nothing but sand dunes.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so
That makes sense.
this is a like a wasteland of sand that we're gonna be traveling through for the week.
Yay.
Yeah, and if
I
any of
spy
you
with my little.
if any of you remember the world lore, this desert was not naturally made.
Yeah.
Mhm. I spy something soft. Sand. Okay. It's the next thing you're gonna say is sand. Yep.
I spy something yellow.
The sun.
Sand. Damn. This is the worst game of I Spy ever.
The last 3 things have been the sun or sand. Just leave me alone.
And if it's not, then you get worried.
Right?
I spy something gray. Gray?
I spy water.
And then
No,
the
don't go
sandworms
towards
attack.
Oh god.
We have sandworms here, the likes of which God has not seen.
God.
So yeah, the one god or goddess, I can't remember off the top of my head. I gotta look. Let me look here. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, John, how do you pronounce this god? Ioun?
Ion.
Ayun.
Ioun. Okay, Ioun. So Ioun is one of the ones that's got a big temple, whatever, in the city, but it's not really your traditional temple. It's literally like the library that Corey wants to go to, and that I would want to go to. So that's in the like temple part of the city. Because I don't know if y'all know the lore around that particular god, but
I don't.
really.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I looked up all of them, but I don't have my notes up because I'm not prepared. Let me look up Ioun. This is according to like some wiki I looked up. The goddess of knowledge, skill, and prophecy.
Yep.
Let's see.
Let me look up. Actually, let me just read my little note that I made. This was actually a direct quote that I wrote down. Sages, seers, and tacticians revere her, as do all who live by their knowledge and mental power. So, again, that makes sense for her temple to be like, it's basically a library, and it's very like chill. Like I don't know if they have services like the other one does.
Oh my God,
John.
are we going to church?
No, God. Ugh. Hopefully not.
We must all go to church.
I'm about to say, I don't think Thorn has the proper attire for that, so.
Eh.
Yeah, and I don't know how
you still got
the
your
Raven
Fey
Queen
duds.
would like me going to another church.
I do. I keep forgetting that.
You have your what?
My Fae outfit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you all
But
basically have a set of formal clothes at this point.
Yeah. A little bit fancy,
Ew.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you wear them to a typical normal like event, you're probably gonna stand out a little bit because they are fairy-made garments.
Yeah.
But they're very nice.
They are very nice.
They are very nice.
That was very nice of them to let us have it. To let us keep them.
Ugh. So, how many days has it been at this point, would you say, John?
I think he's just waiting for us to be done.
Yeah, I'm
Ask
literally
a
just
question.
giving you guys this time to discuss the things you need to discuss.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I guess the final
kind
thing
of
Thorn
one
would say
point about the
is-
gods in Sabai that Defiance has not mentioned yet. I'm not sure if she's picked up on it herself.
Oh, I don't know.
Wait.
Darn it.
Oh, no. Read the primer.
Okay, well, no, I mean, I read it. God, I read it like 5 times, and I made notes because I don't, because that's what I do. But like, so there's 5 gods. I'm just gonna run down. I'm gonna say them all wrong. But there's Pelor, which is
Mhm.
the god of. And again, this is me looking up stuff. So John, if it's slightly different in this campaign, let me know. But this is the god of sun and summer,
Okay.
keeper of time. And within Sabai is like very popular, just like number 1. Ioun, which we already said was like knowledge, skill, prophecy. Oh, and what's his face? The little fun fact: the high scholar in that church is actually someone who has he's called the gift of sight. So he has the gift of prophecy, which is pretty awesome.
We're gonna need to
If
see him.
that ever comes up, I don't know if we can see the freaking high scholar of a major church, but we can try.
Can ask. Can ask.
Yeah. Next one was Avandra.
Avandra.
Avandra. Okay, Avandra. Freedom, trade, travel, adventure, and the frontier. So,
Yeah, more focused
all I know.
on trade and good fortune.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, because I was like, all that doesn't necessarily fit. Okay. The next one was, I can't say this one. The Sehanine.
Oh,
Sehanine.
Sehanine.
Okay, that's kind of how I would have pronounced it too.
Most of them are
Sehanine.
pronounced kind of how they're spelled.
Yeah, I just never am sure myself till I say it. Sehanine, god of moon and autumn, patron of trickery and illusions.
Oh God.
None of them are like bad, so they're all either good or neutral.
Are they old? Are those old gods or new gods?
Oh no, these are all new gods. Like,
No.
Okay. There we go. I knew it was
What?
something like that.
what?
Yeah,
There we
you
go.
picked
I
up
just
on.
assumed.
They're all
Are you
old
freaking-
gods.
Are you freaking
There
kidding
we
me?
go.
I just assumed they were.
No, these are all of the old gods.
Oh,
That's
Mhm.
what I get for assuming. Okay. So these are old gods.
That's why you have the world facts document.
I know, and
Because you're saying the names, and I'm like, those sound really familiar for some reason. So I looked at the world facts, and I was like, that's why. Your
thank you.
country, your country serves the old gods.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense to be honest. And the last one of the five was Erathis.
Erithus.
Erithus. God of civilization, inventions, law, and that's, maybe who I would want to avoid. And I mean, nobody wants to get tangled up in that. So the person in charge of the Church of Erithus is called the High Judge for a reason. Like, they're the law. They if anybody has to go on trial, like officially, like not what I'm doing, but like if anybody goes on trial for anything, they go to that church and get locked up there, and that's that.
The church has a jail?
Yeah, in the basement.
Oh.
That's
That's a hardcore
not
church.
horrifying at all.
Yeah, it kind of sucks there. I mean, it would. I mean, I imagine if you're, yeah. I've been there once before too.
Wait, what? You get to speed past that, like you didn't just say that. What did you?
Oh, by the way, I was
Story,
locked up
please?
anyway.
Well, I was kind of an idiot. But
What did you do?
same thing I did this time. Ran away.
I was about to say, you killed someone else?
No. No. My dumbass character basically ran away. She was just scared and stupid and a kid.
We're
So
giving you a leash.
yeah. Oh, you're getting me a leash. Okay. But yeah,
getting you a
I've
leash.
definitely been there before, so don't want to go there again, preferably. And that's all the gods.
Okay, so serves old gods.
Oh my god, I can't believe I
Bad
missed that they were all
birds.
old gods.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry.
No, it's fine. Remember when we talked forever that night after the game, and I'm going through and I'm reading the Sealy Court primer to you, and I'm like, oh, this is making so much more sense now. It is so hard to put stuff together when it's just you, and you're like, what do I need to know? I need to know
Right.
all this information for them, and so you're skipping over stuff, and so it's fine.
And my primer was a lot longer than yours.
Yes, I think yours was for sure.
I'm running now. It's like 6 pages.
Yeah, mine wasn't that
God.
long.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit. It's a big city, dudes. What was I just gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so how would other gods be welcome or unwelcome, especially the clerics of other gods in this city, John?
So it's a case of It's the funny thing between the dichotomy between the real world and D&D world, and whereas in the D&D world, everyone knows the gods are real. It's not speculation.
Right.
Like, it is fact. All the gods exist. People know
Right.
they are up there. So
Yeah.
it'd be stupid to outright be like, you can't worship them. So all religions are actually worshipped in the city as they are in most other cities. The ones that you've listed are just the ones that are kind of like the primary deities of the city and have churches.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
The
But it's
only
not
the
very
only
much
exception to
a-
that is the dichotomy between the old gods and the new gods. Whereas in Sabai, the old gods are sort of the primary. They're the ones that everyone still believes in and worships. Most other cities in the world focus more on the new gods, and old gods are regarded more cult-like.
Okay.
Just so you're
Okay.
aware.
It's good
Okay.
to
So
know.
then, in Sabai, would the new gods be the cult-like then in their eyes?
Yeah, well, less. The cult is not probably the right word. They're kind of considered like usurper gods. People don't like
Yep.
them as much because it's kind of like, well, these upstarts came out of nowhere and they're trying to supplant the gods we've worshipped for
Yeah.
millennia.
Oh, so they
That's
wouldn't
another
like.
thing I got. I don't remember if there was anything specific in the primer, but I just got the general impression they're very much like tradition, the old ways sort of thing, like the mentality.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah. Sabai is one of the oldest cities in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Sabai
So
was
they wouldn't
around
really-
before the Legation Empire. It's been around for a long time.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So they would not be happy about Peeler's replacement.
They're not be happy about what?
Peeler's replacement, they probably wouldn't be happy to see his symbol.
Yeah, no. Lathander is a new god, so they're not super
Yeah.
up with him.
So,
So we need to keep that on the DL too.
in your world, John, is the Raven Queen considered a new god or an old god?
Old.
It's listed in the world facts.
I'm looking at it right now.
That's actually an interesting interesting point. So, do I
What?
think that throwing around not throwing around, but do I think that mentioning the Raven Queen's name or anything like that would be the bad thing that it would be anywhere else?
Okay, so just to answer the question, the Raven Queen is an old god.
Yeah.
She is worshipped in Sabai as the goddess of
Okay.
death.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay.
So is there like a temple there?
No.
There are various
Yeah.
shrines
Oh,
around
well.
the city. There's no standing temple to her. Even in her prime, no one really built temples to her.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, but I may be able to find someone who's actually open to having a conversation about her to learn more information,
It's a
and to not
possibility.
be, and
Yes.
it not be like, why are you asking about the Raven Queen?
That's so awesome.
Okay, good to know.
I just can't get over the fact that I didn't realize they were old gods. That's such a key thing.
It literally says right here, the old gods, which are far less prevalent, are still worshipped in some parts of the world. Their followers are often referred to as cultists, and many of the new gods
Yeah,
consider
cultists.
heretical and hunt them.
Yay!
You got gods
Yeah.
hunting each other?
What's that?
People probably hunting.
The people, the followers of the yeah.
Yeah, the followers of the different gods. Like, the followers of the new
Oh,
gods will hunt
gotcha.
followers of the old gods. Like, oh, you're a cult. Whereas followers of the old gods look at the followers of the new gods like, you're upstarts and usurpers.
Yeah.
And
So-
then, like, right there it is. The old gods include, and there's a whole list, and
Yeah.
Raven Queen is an old god. Yeah, okay. I just one of those things
So-
that I read and then just didn't click in my mind. All right. Gotcha.
Do we have more stuff, or do we just want to arrive at this
So
point?
there is
Yeah.
another name on that old god list you should recognize.
Dang it, Marta!
I
Not-
said all
no,
of them.
all of you.
So, Pelor,
Yeah,
Ayun,
Pelor,
Avandra,
Ayun,
Sehedin,
Vecna.
and
Vecna and Zahir.
Oh, Vecna.
What?
Oh,
Vecna's not.
yay.
Vecna is an old
What?
god.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you're talking about the list in the general. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you meant the
Yep.
list of my stuff. Yeah, no.
That's who I was supposed to recognize, right? Vecna?
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Yep,
I thought we all knew that
Because
already.
it was.
You
There's
know,
something going on between the Raven Queen and Vecna, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
From
they
what
were
you-
like
was.
lovers.
Yeah.
But
were.
there used to be.
A very long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
They had a bit of a falling out.
Yeah.
I think they broke up.
It was
School
kind of
too.
messy.
Awesome.
They,
Okay.
they like blocked each other on Facebook and it's bad.
Oh, it was a
I
whole
think
thing.
one was subtweeting the other one. So,
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Tweeting,
All right.
and she's a crow.
Ugh.
I love
Well,
it.
that's
the
all I
Raven
can.
Queen invented the old Twitter.
The old Twitter.
Oh my
Can you
god.
just imagine just like a bunch of crows flying with like messages?
It
and
literally
that's the
makes me
Twitter?
think of Moana, where when you write with a bird, it's called tweeting.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh.
Could
Oh,
you just
that's
imagine
hilarious.
tweets in D&D? Like, just how random they would be? Like, oh my god, it'd be so funny.
Yes, sorry, random, but somebody needs to do that, like as a play-by-post, just like a modern, the gods going back and forth or something. That'd be hilarious.
God, don't give me any more ideas. I have enough things I need to do.
So, I would say we are there.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else you wanted to cover about the city.
No, just in general, like
Anything?
there's different. It's very, it's like a big city, so there's
I
like
mean,
different sections to.
Yeah, there's a
it.
lot of stuff she hasn't covered.
Well, yeah, I'm just not
Is
sure
there-
what's relevant. So there's, or what? Not relevant. I shouldn't say that. What I
I
would.
was about to say everything he gives you is relevant.
God, there's.
Marta, no secrets. Nothing.
Is it-
I
is there-
know. It's
we
not
get
about secrets.
text?
It's about like there's so much shit. Like
No, there's a lot.
yeah, 6 pages.
like-
Okay.
Yeah, I only got like 2 pages, and there was a lot.
Yeah.
Just list
so,
everything as
no.
quick as can.
Or just post it and we'll read it.
It's 6 pages. It'll take a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, the city is like in different sections. Like there's gonna be, like I said, towards the eastern edge is like where the southeast is where like the temples and such are. The whole to the right of that is like some outskirts where it's like just fishermen and stuff. Because there's the oasis. That's the whole reason the city's there. Along the south, which God, I hope we never have to go there. It's like where the Emir lives and other rich, powerful people. On the western side and towards the middle is. Are you ever gonna post this map, John? Because that would make.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, on the western side is
Literally,
like
as soon as you arrive there, you'll be getting the map.
Cool. The western side is like where all the shopping is gonna be. That's where the bazaar is, and that's pretty much where you go for any of that stuff. Along the top of the city, the north, sorry, that's like residential, John. A lot of it.
That's the common
Or-
district.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be everything else. To the north of that, outside of the city, outside of the city of Sabai, is like an area they call Tent City, and that's the outcasts and the unwanted, and pretty much if you live there, you're fucked because
God.
no, yeah, I mean people don't really live people don't live there long.
Like they die.
Well, it's outside of the city, so that's the furthest you can get away from, the oasis itself, and like it's again like just it's all the unwanteds and
So it's the slums.
yeah,
Worse.
Okay.
Really lawless.
Oh, it's worse.
Not a lot of.
Yeah, no, the common district
Okay.
is what you would typically think of as the slums.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
dang.
So yeah, no,
So the
it's
tent
definitely
city
way
is
worse.
like Wild West.
The tent city
like-
is a place people go to die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay!
It
I
is
just
literally
fucked up my whole screen.
the homeless, the dregs, the outcasts, those unable to work, those who are sick.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And this is like speculation, but I'm pretty sure that's where my character's from.
That's up to you.
I'm just basing it off of what Vane told me.
Anything
just
else,
my-
Marta?
I don't think so. I mean, there's like a bunch of people with like names, but I don't know if you need to know every person's name who's like
Go
important
figure.
in the
There's a
city,
bunch of
so-
people with names in the city.
I want to say, Marta, he gave you names. Please tell us these names.
God, you're gonna make me say them. God damn it. John knows that this is something that I don't want to do.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
If you'd like, you can just post the primer.
No,
and we
she
can-
can't.
I can't.
No, she can't.
I can't because the script, John.
There's a script?
I actually copy paste. Yes, I copy pasted the names into another document so that I made sure I got the letters right. Because it's
That's
like
amazing.
all cursive-y.
Yes, I used fancy fonts.
So
Love.
yeah. So I told you before about the guard of the city. They're called the Crimson Watch, and you know, because they have the
Oh.
red capes, I guess would be my guess why they're called Crimson Watch. They are gonna be like, you'll see them in the like southern parts of the city more, the merchant area with the bazaar, the temple area, the noble quarters. Not gonna see them as much in the common area, in the common quarter. Hopefully at least. Okay, we're going through people. So the person in charge of the Crimson Watch, they're the captain of the Crimson Watch, Salia Eldar, if I said that right.
Mhm.
Eldar.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Salia Eldar. So she's a human, in her 30s, and she's like, sorry, she's super. I mean, there's a reason why she's captain of guard. She's really, really good with that falchion and short spear as well. She's well respected throughout the city, like by law-abiding citizens and non-law-abiding citizens too, to be honest.
Okay.
She is also called the Crimson Queen.
Awesome.
For the Church of Pelor that I mentioned before, the guy who did the resurrection, his name is Numair Elon. Is that how I say it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said Numair?
Yes. Numair. Numair Elon.
Okay.
And he's an elderly human. He's a super powerful cleric, obviously. Well, most well known for that resurrection stunt.
Awesome.
Is he respected, feared?
He's gonna be respected for that, for the miracle that he performed.
Okay.
And John, stop me if I'm wrong about anything, but that's the impression I got.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's
It
not
earned
something
him
that
a
happens
title.
every day. Yeah. I was getting to that part. He is also known as the Saint of Pelor because of that incident.
Oh.
For Ayun's church, that's the library one, right? Yeah, that's the library one. The high scholar of that church is Quillian Guelar. He's a gnome, and he's very well educated. Not a particularly great traditional cleric, but like I said before, he has the gift of prophecy, so that's kept him in that position. And he's like, because he has the gift of prophecy, like that's not common. So, quoting directly from the primer, there are few in Sabai who do not listen when he speaks. I don't know if we could ever talk to him. These people are like, we're never going to encounter these people, but it'd be awesome if we did.
Oh man, the list
I
of important
love-
people's names that we're never going to encounter.
I think we're going to encounter them.
That
I
was
hope
sarcasm.
so.
Of course we're going to encounter them.
Especially
I
the
would
way
love
that
to.
John laughed after she said, "We'll never encounter these people."
I know. I'm like, these are super powerful people, and we're just random people. So I don't know.
They're pretty powerful.
Random people that are almost as strong as them. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want them to know that, but like,
I mean, we're not going to tell them that.
100%. You put it the best way possible. We are almost as strong as some of these people, or at least Tordek is with, Lathander. But we just maybe don't want to say that. The Amir's name is Rifat Al-Zara.
Yep.
So he is human. Yeah, he's human. His daughter, the one who died and was resurrected 6 years ago, is Princess Rashani.
Okay.
And Avandra, that church, the high priest is another name I'm gonna say wrong. Okichet?
Oh, Keychat.
Okichet. Okay. Okichet is an Izumi, and he has skill as a cleric, but he's also... I can't put it any better than you have it, John. I'm just gonna quote this entire thing. He has a silver tongue. He's
Part bard.
bard.
Not
No.
everyone with a silver tongue is a bard.
No, because that's on. Plus, that's a multi-class option for them. One of the abilities of a
Not
bard
everything
is
is
called
meant to be
silver.
game terms.
Oh, I never heard of that. Yeah, I just assumed it meant like the general term of like.
It is meant to
You know,
just be
like
the
the-
general term.
Oh, okay, all right, good. That's the way I took it.
Bards have an ability called Silver Tongue, which is low-key
Bards
broken.
have an ability because silver tongue.
I was thinking like
Well,
little
actually,
Oh my god. So he might be called upon to bless trade agreements, might be acting as a negotiator in negotiations, a mediator in negotiations, sorry. People like to donate to his temple, to the temple of Avandra, to get blessings for their financial stuff, basically. Going down my list here. Oh shit, I didn't mention the Ivory Oath. Okay.
there's 3 factions
the
you
Ivory
haven't
Oath?
mentioned.
Yeah, I was sorry. I keep having to clear my throat. I don't know what's in my throat, but it's super annoying.
Water.
Yeah. No, I've been drinking Mountain Dew, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that
So-
would be the problem.
I know.
You should be drinking water.
Agreed.
I'm trying
Yes.
to stay awake. So the Iron Circle, y'all know, is the major thieves guild. They control like the underground in Sabai. The Ivory Oath is the merchant guild. They're the above ground, made up of like all of the wealthy merchants, and pretty much holds a monopoly on commerce in the city.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much, it is what it is, Scrolling back up here. The guildmaster of the Ivory Oath is John, I hate you. Jalbum Sandwatcher.
There you go.
Okay, Jalbum Sandwatcher. He is a halfling, and just gonna read out here. There is little within the city that escapes his notice. So, there,
Watch out for
just
him.
yeah. known as a harsh man of iron will and determination, so don't piss him off. There's rumors that he is also involved in the organized crime, but, just rumors. Like, I don't believe that. just rumors. No rumors are ever true in this campaign. So, getting back to the Church of Sehenin, which I always feel like I'm pronouncing wrong, but the high priest of that church is one of the few elves in the city, by the name of Riluaneth Olivares.
There you go.
That one's easy. I can do that one. That one rolls off the tongue. So, super old, or at least that's kind of rumored that this character's, it's rumored that they were around for the city's founding, which
God.
is just,
Okay.
we all know, super long time ago. So,
Yep.
also rumored to be part of a group. Now, I don't know. I don't think my character will put much stock in this, but rumored to be part of a group of elves, nomadic elves, who literally live in the burning waste between the two parts of the caliphate. So if you guys are looking at like the world map, the part where we're at right now is the Ivory Triangle with the cities, and then up far to the north is Amonkir in the Verdant Crescent. That's the other, populated part of Caliphate. So between those two areas is supposedly there's like nomadic elves who live in the desert, which is just ridiculous.
So, hang on. Are you saying that, like, in character? Like, that's ridiculous, but this is what I've heard.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what my character would be like. This is ridiculous because no one can live in the desert. But
Corey will look at you and be like, yeah.
Do
Live
you
there.
have something to add to that?
Ah, they live there. What do you mean? What do you,
What?
I'll look at you as Defiance and be like, what do you mean you don't believe that they live there?
do you know them?
I don't think, I don't think I personally know them, but everyone in Tel Kashar knows that they exist.
Wait.
You broke up. What'd you say?
I
Everyone in
don't.
Telkashar?
I don't think I personally know them. Like, I don't know that Corey would personally know them, but it's well known in Tel Kashar that they exist.
Are they dangerous?
Just that they're a group of mostly elves who dwell in Caliphate, and they live as nomads in the desert, and that they have other Fae among them, and that it is said that the Prince of the Summer Court is with them.
What? I didn't.
Oh,
know
you
that.
were just gonna not. Okay.
Well, I
The
didn't.
Prince of the Summer Court. Okay.
I didn't expect her to be just like, yeah, they probably don't exist, but here's what I've heard. Like, yeah, no, they
Well,
exist.
I know they exist, but my character honestly probably would be like, yeah, right. But
Oh yeah, no, I know. That's why I said in character. In character, I would
Well-
look at you and be like, yeah, no, they exist. That's the thing.
I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't know if you know the name, if Corey knows the name, but Shaltalki?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what they're supposedly called. The group of elves, the Shaltalki.
Huh?
So this guy, who's the high priest of the Church of Sehenin, is rumored to be with them. But,
Huh.
rumors. Yeah.
Good to
But
know.
he's an elf, for sure, and one of the few ones in the city.
Any other names?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I had to clear my throat again. So for the Church of Erithus, that's the one that's like the law, law and order, basically.
Hey.
The high judge is Hissa Elfara. Human woman, super stern. I mean, she is law and order, you know. She's severe but fair in her rulings, and of course she's the high judge, so she doesn't like do the everyday stuff, but anything super important would come her way.
Okay.
And I kind of went over all these other things, so scrolling down in my
I don't.
like I said, in the northern part of the city is gonna be where I would probably find the Iron Circle. Like, it's kind of something that's known and not talked about, I guess. The fact that they have their headquarters there, so that's where I'll be going eventually. Crimson Watch, Ivory Oath, Iron Circle. Where's it? Okay, there's also rumors that I wouldn't have put much stock in of a group in the city that, like, an organization of people who are like dedicated to dedicated to freedom, equality, and justice. Because if you didn't get this already, this city is very can be kind of harsh sometimes, and you know, they have slavery, so. But that is just rumored to be a thing, and I think that's it.
Yeah, sorry, I can't help you there. All I know is because it's Fae, so I knew that existed.
No, I'm just trying to give you a general idea of where my character is going to be coming from. That's all. Like.
So, is there anything else?
I could just read the whole thing, but we've already spent long enough.
No, I think you've covered all the major points at this juncture.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a lot of information.
Exactly.
We're here.
Right here.
It's just in the nick of time.
Yes, and after 7 days of travel across the burning sands of the desert, you finally arrive at the city of Sabai.
Hey.
Okay, so where do we arrive exactly?
You arrive. Hold on 1 second. Just need to switch out.
There's a city.
Did you just notice?
Yes.
Yes.
Boy, there was a city.
Oh, hey, there it is. There's that lovely map.
See the map. Did we get a dot?
Get a dot.
You want a dot? Okay, hang on.
You did it. You did it once, and now you're gonna have to do it for forever.
Oh my god. We're gonna be in the middle of this epic encounter. Did we get a dot where we were first?
Yeah.
Can you see the dot?
I see it.
Yeah, we're on the
seriously?
east side.
Oh, okay, so we're down right in the middle of all the
Here, wait. I'm gonna go.
the wharf area, or that district.
Did you say the common area was?
There's a darker dot. Up the whole larger section on the northern end. That's inside the city walls.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're the east. What was that part?
The kind of we're heading directly towards the entrance into the temple district. I don't remember if that's what it's called, but basically there's all the different temples. You can see those individual big buildings. They're all the different temples for the different gods that I mentioned.
Okay,
Right.
good to know.
So just to make it easy on you, Marta, they're called quarters because the city is divided into 4 sections.
Yeah,
Well,
I could kind of.
When you put it that way.
So does each quarter have like an inn area, or is that all in the common quarter?
I would think that's just in the common quarter, right? Or
So most of them are in the common quarter. You'll probably find a few like high-end upscale ones in the merchant quarter.
yeah. Honestly,
we should probably stay a little low key and maybe not stay in the nicest place.
Yeah.
agreed.
But do we want
Like,
to stay
nicer,
walk all
but
the way to
like-
the shopping area and carrying all of our stuff?
It'll be fine. I mean, John, how long does it take, let's say, to walk from one end of the city to the other?
Oh, probably like an hour and some change.
Yeah, it's a city by medieval standards, but it's not like
Okay.
it's not like New York City. It's shorter
Okay.
distances.
So,
I
So the
would
part
say-
where we apparently roll up is it's like the
You
outskirts.
approach
of,
the city from the eastern road through what is known as the fisherman's area.
Yep.
It's the fisherman's. It's the wharfs.
Yep.
And you can smell the fish. It's freshwater, so there's no salt.
Aw.
okay.
And yeah, as you approach the city gate, you see there are wagon loads of fish going in. There's merchants and travelers coming out. It's a fairly busy gate. You do notice that everybody going into the city is stopped by a pair of guards wearing crimson cloaks, who speak with them briefly. Some of them flash little, what look to be stone chips or small tablets, and some of them hand over coin before entering the city.
Okay.
How do you?
So, before we get like right up on the city, I of course am, like we talked about, I'm gonna have my cloak very tightly around me, my hood up. Like,
Seems
I'm
suspicious.
trying to be as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay. What's the
Alright.
deal with the stone chips? I'm wondering. Would
so,
I know that?
yes, Defiance, you would
Tablets?
actually know that.
Yeah.
They are called
would
pass
absolutely.
chips, and they
Okay.
are carried by anyone who has regular business in the city, so they don't have to pay an entrance fee.
Okay. What kind
Gotcha.
of entrance fee are we looking at?
So when you
Oh,
left the
Not
city,
much.
the entrance fee was 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that per person or per
Yes,
party?
per person.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So there,
Oh.
but there's probably a good chance they're gonna try to swindle us.
Not necessarily swindle. I think John was maybe potentially implying that prices have gone up, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, but
Corey,
what I'm saying is like, yes.
make a stealth check to keep yourself hidden in your cloak.
Oh,
This
Okay.
will stand for your time in the city.
Okay.
okay. Oh, so don't roll bad. All right, 12.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it was gonna be a 6. So, like, I rolled a 9. I almost rolled a 6, so it could have been worse.
Could have.
It could have been worse. I mean, I'm a satyr in the middle of a desert.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And I'm
I'm,
like
You're a
lion.
woodland creature.
yeah, I'm a fairy woodland creature. So it's in the middle of the desert. So, like, when I said I was gonna have my hood up, it's trying to obscure myself as much as possible. But I'm assuming I'm still gonna draw a little bit of attention if people see me. So, 12 is that's about where I would say I probably would be.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll let Defiance lead.
Yeah, what time
Yeah.
of, just out of curiosity, what time of day is it when we get there?
So, you guys were traveling, what, in the early mornings and the evenings?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to avoid the heat of the sun, but still have daylight.
So we'll call it's morning.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I would kind of take point, but we're all going to up to the gate together. The entrance.
Yeah, I would let her do all the talking.
Okay, so as you... What is going on over here? As you approach the gate, you have to wait in line because there is a line of people trying to get in. And when it becomes your turn, the guards hold their hands to stop you. Pass chip.
No.
No pass
What's
chip.
the fee?
No.
1 gold
Jesus.
per person.
I'm gonna dig out 4 gold and hand it to him.
He grabs them and tosses them into a barrel behind him that seems to be absolutely filled with gold.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cause any trouble.
Wasn't planning on it. We're just gonna walk on by.
Yep, you
I'll
walk
just
on
follow
by
her.
and enter the city.
I just follow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You enter the city into the temple district.
So, Corey, where we are now, it's very close to that library. Not sure if I'm I'm not sure if they like allow walk-ins.
You
John,
can always stop by.
we
It's,
can always
ask.
stop by.
it's
Yeah,
a public temple. You can just visit it.
cool. So, so to Corey, would do you want to go there first?
I mean, we're already here. Might as well at least stop by and check it out. Even if we don't necessarily like browse and do research today, we can get the feel of the place.
All right. Unless anybody objects, we're going to the temple, the library temple.
Okay.
Which building is that on the map, John?
Oh, sure. That's the one on the I'm sorry.
Marked it.
So you
Or
approach.
Marta, you know.
Question was directed at John, and I almost answered it.
That's fine. You're from the city. You can answer those questions.
True.
Yeah, you can
The
answer.
top of that quarter, the the rectangle that's like more vertical, that it looks like kind of bluish color maybe, or gray.
Okay, so the one with the giant black dot in front of it?
The
Yes.
only temple
Oh.
on the north side of the quarter.
True. That's true, actually.
Okay, so
All
then
the
what are the
restaurants now.
buildings what are the buildings next to it on either side?
That's housing for the priests and acolytes.
Gotcha. Okay. And we can just like walk in the doors?
Yep.
the
If
temple?
you approach the temple and the front doors are open. It's a set of stone steps that lead up to it. When you pass through the doors, it's almost as if the noise of the city is muted. Like it just sort of dies off as you enter the temple. And inside is very quiet, like a library. And the walls are absolutely lined with shelves upon shelves upon shelves of books. Books of all sizes and shapes, from bound sheets of paper to leather-bound volumes to pigeonholes with scrolls in them to stone tablets with carvings on them. You name it, it's here. There are long tables rather than pews, and various people stand about or sit, reading or going through papers or talking very quietly. And the entire place is lit by old tallow candles, and the walls are stained with the smoke of candles.
I think we're gonna find a lot of information here.
I'm just like grinning, to be honest. Like, this place is awesome. So
So-
is there
Are we
any
splitting up?
was that?
I'm sorry, what?
I think you and I are asking similar questions. I'm asking, are we splitting up and you finding what you need and I finding what I need? Are we sticking together and finding stuff together?
Yeah. What's the organization here?
So from where you're standing, it doesn't look like there is any.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So we need to find somebody who works here, maybe, or yeah.
So it's
Who?
pretty easy to point out the acolytes, as they're all wearing white robes.
Okay. Corey, what did you want to look into first?
I think the easiest thing to look into would be the Raven Queen. I don't think, and I'll say this whisperingly to her, I don't really think that like necromancy bones is something that I necessarily want to go around being like, hey, do you have any information on this? But the Raven Queen, that seems to be a fairly safe topic here.
Generally, yes. There's probably there might be a lot. Is there anything in particular you were looking to find about the Raven Queen?
Well, what kind of actually happened? Because I'm out of game. I've done some research and I know a little bit of her history, but I want, from like John's perspective, in game, what I can find out, especially now that we're in an area where the old gods are still heavily worshipped and openly talked about. So I kind of want to get what happened between her and Vecna.
No.
And also, I do kind of want to figure out why the scythe was broken up and what it potentially means by putting it together. That may be a little bit of a harder topic to bring up, so I'm kind of just going to be like, hey, Raven Queen, and then just go from there. I hope that I
You,
come across
Raven
the
Queen,
book
go!
good.
Basically. Well,
Raven Queen for dummies.
that's what I
Yes.
was literally like thinking, like the what do they call them, the dummies guide or whatever.
Yeah. The
The
Dummies
For
Guide.
Dummies series?
Like, yeah, the
Yeah,
Raven Queen for Dummies.
Raven Queen for dummies. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of need like the Raven Queen for Dummies, and then I need like a little bit more sophisticated than that, hopefully.
And then you need the
Not
Reader's
too much
Digest
more
version.
sophisticated.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna find an acolyte who is not appear to be busy. And
So they all
go up
appear to
them.
be doing something. If they're
Darn
not
it.
helping somebody, they seem to be kind of lost in their own reading and research.
Okay. Well,
maybe someone who's doing their own research.
exactly. I'm gonna approach, one of the ones who looks to be not helping anyone else.
I'll like stay behind her, but I'll like walk with her.
Okay, so you approach just a random acolyte.
Yeah.
He is on the younger side, reading a large tome that is probably half his size, which is impressive.
Yes.
God.
And as you step closer, he sort of looks up at you. And, oh, welcome to the House of Iron.
Thank you for having us. And I'm kind of speaking a little bit softer, It's all quiet in here. I'm assuming he's human, just for the record.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I was looking
Unless I
for-
state otherwise, they are all human.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention that about this. Y'all, this city is primarily human, like 3/4
Okay.
human, maybe like a fifth tiefling, I think.
Okay.
Some Nezumi, and then like very small percentage of other people. So
Gotcha.
sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much all human.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, I was looking for anything you might have on the Raven Queen, and particularly. And does he react to that at all?
Nope.
Like interest. Cool, awesome. The Raven Queen, and anything you might have on her relationship with Vecna. Any of her
Oh.
history?
You're interested in the history of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
I believe we have several volumes on it, though talking to a priest of the Raven Queen may serve you better.
Oh, where would I find one?
Oh, there are several who linger about the cemeteries.
She's goddess of death. That makes sense.
Yeah. Where would the cemeteries be, John? Like, you mean just any cemetery throughout the whole city, or is there a specific spot?
So there are
Like,
various
where the
small
cemeteries-
cemeteries kind of sprinkled throughout the city.
Okay.
There's no, central cemetery.
But just like any one of the cemeteries would probably have
Just
priest.
to be clear, in the case of this city, cemetery is more of a single mausoleum-like structure, because people here are cremated, because they're just,
Yep.
you don't bury people in sand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as soon as you said cemetery, I was like, did they really have cemeteries? Because. Okay.
Okay, so any mausoleum is what he's saying should have a.
That is where you're
Priest
most
or
likely to
priestess.
find one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna to the acolyte. Say, thank you. I'll have to seek one of them out later. Right now, would it be possible for me to look at whatever you have here?
Yes, of course. There is a fee for perusing our collection.
Of course. What is it?
Well, it depends on what you wish to look up. For what you are seeking, I believe our price is 10 gold pieces.
Yeah. I don't
That's
care.
not bad.
No.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'll hand over. I'll
Oh.
give her. I'll like.
Oh no, if you didn't do it, I was gonna.
Yeah, I'll hand over the 10 gold pieces.
The acolyte, he smiles brightly. Just a
Mhm.
moment. And he scoops the money up and hurries off into the shelves, disappearing quickly.
And I'm just gonna like lean into Corey and say, "You'll find that there aren't many things here that can't be bought."
Gotcha.
And
That
he
makes
returns
sense.
a few minutes later with a tome that appears to be bound in leather that is very large. Not as big as the one he was reading, but still large. And he places it on the table in front of you, and you see on its cover, emblazoned in silver filigree, is the symbol of the Raven Queen.
Corey would get very excited because this, I'm
Yes.
assuming, looks like the silver raven statue that was given by Eric's, right?
There are similarities.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
wondering about that too. Does the symbol match? So it's not 100%, but
No, it's not an exact duplicate.
okay, cool.
But it's like this is silver, the book is silver, the filigree on the thing is silver. So this just seems to be like a theme.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I would sit down and I would
Yeah.
start doing.
Is he gonna like? I'm just curious. Is he gonna like be like overseeing us, or is he just gonna go back to whatever he was doing?
And he'll go back to what he was doing.
Cool.
to
So
prove-
how extensive? Sorry, go ahead.
So just quickly flipping through the book, you see that this is an extensive history of the Raven Queen.
Okay. If I wanted to get like the major points between what happened between her and Vecna and any keywords regarding Scythe or the breaking up of the Scythe, because Eric's mentioned that he was potentially there when it was broken into many pieces.
That
Maybe. So
What'd you
like
say, Noah?
So to actually
Because
peruse
there was
this
some
tome and
issues.
get the information you want will take several hours of study.
Yeah.
Okay. And in that case,
This
I mean,
sucks. You can't,
we
you
kinda-
can't loan out books from the library here.
yeah, I know. How long? Like, are we talking like 2-3 hours?
We're talking like 6
Or like-
to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
dang. Okay. So
I don't want to
did
split
I
the party, but
see-
I don't want to just have us standing
Yeah.
here doing nothing. So
Oh yeah, no, I understand. So did I see where he got this tome from? Like, am I gonna have to repay to be able to peruse the tome again?
You could ask him.
Okay, I would. Defiance, do you want me to ask or do you want to ask?
when she handed the gold to him, did he like seem to take notice of her at all?
Nope.
You could ask him.
Okay. I'll go over. This is quite a larger book than I was expecting. If I were to come back in a day's time, would I need to repay in order to peruse your books again?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay, that's what I figured.
We do offer a loaning service if you would like.
Oh! Oh, I would be interested in that.
So, If you would like
What
to
is-
borrow
what is-
the book, it would be a collateral payment of 100 gold pieces, and I will mark the book for you with a seal to be returned in the time of 1 week, upon which you will receive 80 of your gold back.
As soon as I return it, I would get 80 and y'all would keep 20.
Correct.
Okay. Can I use part of the 10 that I gave you as part of my 100, or is it another 100 on top of the 10?
No, this would be a separate fee.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure. Give me
Are you
just 1
stressed
second.
about money at the moment, or
No, you're really soft. What was that?
I was saying, so are you just like stressing about money at the moment, or?
Well, I just don't. Okay, so this is where we didn't really clarify when we got the dragon horde. Are we splitting this equally? Is this going to be a party lump sum of money that we can just, like take from, with like letting people know, like, hey, I'm gonna take some of the money, kind of thing.
I say we split it just because separate purchases are kind of a thing. That was just my reasoning behind it.
Same. It makes it easier when you have things like this. Okay, so I will say that my portion of it will definitely be over 100. So I'll go ahead and give him the 100, and then when I come back, I'll just get my 80 back.
Okay, so you hand him the money, and he takes the book from you and flips it open, and then reaches into his robe and pulls out what looks to be a small metal stamp seal, and he stamps the inside of the cover with an arcane mark, which glows briefly, and then he closes it and hands it back to you. Do keep in mind that if the book is not returned within a week, you will be cursed.
Oh,
Ha! Cursed.
good to know. It'll be returned within the week.
They do
Obviously.
not play about their library.
Thank you.
Good lord.
No, I can't hear you.
You're really soft. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
No, I wasn't saying anything out loud. I was just saying, like, they don't play about their library fees.
Nah.
Yeah, well, keep in mind that
It'll be cursed.
it's a library. It's also the temple of the the god of knowledge and prophecy.
Yep.
And they don't have a
Okay.
printing press, so books are valuable. Like, at least I assume they don't have anything like a printing press. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So
All right, there you go. I have something to read tonight, and we are getting this back within the week.
yes.
So, preferably sooner than later, for my own personal comfort.
Agreed. Yeah.
But okay, I'm good.
Cool. You guys want to? It's still pretty early in the day because we didn't really spend much time there.
Nope.
We could go. Jordan could look for a shield. We could. I could look for getting studded armor. Does anybody have anything else specific they wanted to do?
We're
well, I
still
made-
in the library temple thing, right?
Mhm.
I go to Thorn goes to one of the acolytes. One that's not engaged with anybody.
Noah, you were so quiet.
Quiet? Really?
Yeah, your volume is super low. That's what we were saying before.
Oh, well.
That's much better.
There we go.
Okay. I go to one of the acolytes that isn't doing anything or is not helping anybody.
A different one or the same one?
Different one.
Okay. So you
good
approach
morning.
a random acolyte. It is a young woman, and she looks extremely startled when you pull her attention from her research. Oh my!
No,
Oh,
Hi, sorry. Did not mean to scare you. I need your help. Can you show me a book on possible important mages throughout history? Or spell people?
Spell people.
It is
That's
in
so
character for
in
Thorn to say.
character.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
So it seems to take her a moment to process what you're asking. Oh, a history of historical mages. Of course, of course. There is a fee for perusing our collection.
Yes, I have it prepared.
You have it. Oh, very well. And she holds out her hand.
Jeez. Oh jeez.
Yeah, the same amount that I saw Ori and them give the guy, give it to her. So that
Oh
was
no.
what, 10
So
And
her eyes go a little wide. Oh my, it's only 2 gold to peruse this information.
Oh, well, keep it.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And she hurries off into the shelves and returns a moment later with a much thinner book, and it's not nearly the size of what Corey got. And she hands it to you, and it has a title of Mages Throughout History, or something to that effect.
Okay. Perfect. I just find a table, I guess, and just start flipping through it.
All right, you find that it's literally just lists of names and like general accomplishments of a number of mages throughout history.
Great. Do I see Pelthrix Dectus Magnus anywhere in this book?
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, actually, you do. So
There we go.
you learn that during the time of Legacia, during its height, Pelthrix was known as possibly the greatest archmage in the world.
Oh!
Does he literally shout? He probably freaking does.
Oh no, he absolutely does.
Which draws
Just gonna
many
look-
looks, and most of them are dirty.
I'm gonna like look at him like just put my finger on my lips.
Right, sorry. He kind of just looks at General Room and just like, sorry.
I'm gonna walk over and see what he's got. Lon, what is it?
I found Pell. Pell's in this book.
I'm gonna look over his shoulder and read whatever he was writing, or read whatever he was reading.
Yep, so-
does it have any other specifics? Sorry.
It lists Pelthrix as, I said, one of the most powerful archmages of his time, possibly in the world and possibly in all of history, though seems to be a debated fact by the author. It does list him as having single-handedly stopped a giant uprising in the north. He discovered several uses for Sphinx blood, and just a wealth of other, like, slightly more minor accomplishments throughout his time. The entry ends with his death.
Does it say how he died?
It does not. His death is listed as mysterious, and that it happened toward the end of the Legation Empire's time. When the Empire began to fall into disarray and dissent was rampant, Pelthrix just kinda disappeared.
Wow.
Okay.
Does it? I'm sorry. To clarify, does it actually indicate specifically that it was a mysterious death, or was it just like the fact that it doesn't say anything? It's us kind of.
So, from the author's perspective, the way it's written, it says basically to the effect that during that time, Pelthrix disappeared and was no longer seen, and basically his conjuncture is that he had died.
Gotcha.
So he doesn't
Assumption.
actually know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dang.
Does it say any of... I mean, this is just me spitballing. Does it say anything to the effect of, like, things that he carried, items that he used, stuff like that?
No, it has no real description of his physical appearance or anything like that. The only other thing of note is the beginning of Pelthrix's entry notes that he did seem to kind of come out of nowhere in his time. There's no real records of where he was born or his childhood or where he trained. He just sort of showed up in the Legation Royal Courts sometime when he was already sort of advanced in years.
Time traveler.
He could be a god.
He could be a god, a time traveler, an immortal something. Thorn just like writes down all like the major points that you listed, and just checks the book back into the female acolyte.
Okay.
So he just did I hear that right? He discovered several uses for Sphinx blood.
Yes.
Thanks, blood.
Sphinx. Okay. What do I know about them in D&D?
Do you not know what a sphinx is?
I mean, I do, but like, I don't know. Okay. A sphinx to me is those gigantic statues they have in Egypt. So I'm not even
Okay.
joking.
Wow.
It's that, but alive. Hang on a
Okay.
second.
Fair enough. I just didn't know if like there was any I don't know, like abilities or something that I should know
So
about.
there's actually a couple of different kinds of sphinx in D&D.
Okay.
Just
Tell me things that my character would know. So
There's
I don't get confused.
Androsphinx, Gynosphinx, and Cryosphinx.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, your character wouldn't know a ton about them.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Sounds
But
good.
they are living creatures that are they like magical at all or anything?
Yeah, they are magic. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Just gonna.
If it makes you feel better, Marta, I had the same thought.
About them being statues?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured that they were like alive creatures.
I did
The
too.
statues had to be after something, but like,
So
I didn't
there's
know
a
the
couple of
significance.
images for you.
I assumed it was live too, but that's all I really could figure out. Cool.
Yeah. So.
Where would they be found?
All sorts of places.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was like one spot in the world or one environment.
They favor deserts and desert-like environments.
oh hey, we're in one of those.
Oh, we're gonna find a thing. Awesome.
So, Androsphinxes are male, Gynosphinxes are female.
In the book that I had, did it list the uses for the Sphinx blood?
Yeah.
So it's not specific. It's just sort of pioneering the use of their blood in alchemical processes.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if
So
he
he
got
didn't
it.
discover that Sphinx blood allows you to do blank. It's something like that.
No, nothing specific like that. It's like it can be used as a substitute for other things. It can be used as a catalyst for certain things. It's just sort of a general like, hey, this can be used.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if the blood that he got was volunteered or forcefully taken.
That is not listed.
Are these intelligent beings?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So probably given freely. Unless he fought them. Which would be serious. Okay.
Wow.
So in the book, he was listed as like one of the most powerful mages possibly of all time, right?
Yes.
So did it show that he was in the war specifically?
In what war?
Not war, but like in specific battles to show his power, because they had to know that what he can do in order to get the title of all-time greatest wizard or whatever.
As I said, it literally lists the time where he quelled the entire giant uprising single-handedly.
Got it. Did it give it like what that uprising was?
Like a time is what you're asking?
Yeah.
It doesn't list a specific time, no.
Okay, cool.
There's
That
no,
was
there's no like,
Location Empire
specific
time.
date.
You're trying to figure out how old he is.
How old he is and what exactly he stopped.
Yeah, okay, I have a dumb question. He stopped a giant uprising that's giant with a capital G?
Yes, giant is in the race of giants.
Okay, thank you.
I thought you meant like just a big amount
No.
of people.
I did
No.
too. I was like a large uprising. No, giant uprising.
Oh yeah, no,
Uprising
I
of
assumed-
giants.
Yeah, when he said giant, I assumed that because giants are a real race, that he literally meant like giants were uprising, and he stopped them. So good to clarify.
That
No.
is horrifying.
Yeah, there was basically an uprising or rebellion of giants, and he stopped it.
A rebellion against what? The Legation Empire? Or
Yes, they were rising up against the Legation Empire.
okay, cool.
Remember, the Legation Empire was sort of equivalent to like the Roman Empire, in which they
Right.
were aggressively expanding.
Yeah. Yeah, they covered like basically all of our known world, or most of it at least, a good portion of it.
They covered most of what was known of the world at that time.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh.
Dude, that was such a good call with. Oh.
I was just like, we're in a library, and I feel like I was looking for something else. And then she just said, oh yeah, Pell would want this. I'm like, Pell!
Yes!
And I was okay, so...
I mean, before you give it back, I would want to show the others, like, make sure Corey and Tordek, like, read it, or at least saw that there was information that we found. Well, you found, sorry, because I was reading over your shoulder, to be honest.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Cool.
So I
now
just
we have
relay
to-
the information
Yep.
to them.
I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware of the fact that you found that. Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna look at Thorn and be like, "Good thinking, Thorn." Like honestly.
I know, I've learned from you two. It's helped a lot.
That's some good information. Hey,
Yeah.
now we have something to kickstart a conversation with the next time we see him.
So,
No.
does anyone else have any business here?
I'm good.
Well,
I'm
if that
good
is the
with my
case,
book.
I have an idea. There is something I've been wanting to do for a while now, if you guys wouldn't mind. I want to get
What is it?
rid. I want to go sell some of these treasures that I've acquired.
Is Tordek have anything he wants to do here? In the library while we're still here?
No.
I don't. Okay, cool.
Anything you want to look up? Anything?
No.
At all.
Nope.
It's a
We
huge
can always come
library.
back. Probably, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I have to return my book, so we can come back.
Oh, true. We might need to look up some follow. You may need to do some lookup. I'm sorry, some follow-up research.
Yeah.
Alright, so 4,200 gold bet. So, are we leaving?
Yes, we are
Alright.
heading out and to the west.
Into
Oh.
the west.
Which where exactly are we headed? Are we going to?
I'm like
west.
waiting for the question.
We're headed out to the west, into the west. So where exactly are we going?
Sorry.
We're
meant, like-
turning around. We're leaving. We're going back to the desert.
Well, you know what?
Okay, so-
sorry.
I'm not sure if you guys can see it clearly. There's literally only one way
I
you
can
guys
see it.
can go to get out of this quarter, other than back the
Right.
way
Yep.
you came.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant like. Sorry, I'm over here like trying to breathe while talking.
Are you alright?
Oh,
So
so there aren't doors to like each
Yes.
like.
Yeah, there are
Oh, there
large
is,
gates in the walls.
Okay,
Are we
I don't know. I was
pay
looking
a
at the.
fine every time we go through one.
Guess you'll find out, won't you?
I would know, John.
It's like,
That's true. You would know. No, you don't get. You're not gonna get taxed every time you pass through a gate.
That's what I
Oh,
thought. It's just to enter the city in general.
the-
I was
Well-
about to say, God, this place is expensive.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is-
my original question.
That was
Are we
something
going to
Defiance
find
didn't
Tordek
mention.
a shield?
what? It's very expensive.
I didn't hear what you said, John. What? You
It's
mentioned
it's
fines.
literally called the City of Coin.
Yeah.
Oh, so
mean, I
this
did-
is New York.
I more or less said it to Corey. I was like, anything can be bought here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Coin is king here. Yeah.
So
it's good
we
that we
are
have a shop
essentially royalty. I would say
Oh,
so.
we-
We're royalty at this point.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna head out towards on that like main path going towards the entrance or exit, whichever you prefer, towards the merchant quarter.
Okay, so that we can get Tordek potentially a new shield, and
New
you and
gear.
I to upgrade our leather to studded leather.
Yeah, you want to
Okay.
do that too? Corey wants that too.
Oh yeah, Corey
Sweet.
wants that too.
So Corey and Defiance are gonna be going to what would it be, like a leather shop? I don't
Okay,
know.
so
Yeah, that's-
so as you're passing through the temple district and headed toward the gate, as you walk past the stairs to the Temple of Pelor, Tordek, you feel an extreme vertigo for a moment, and a sort of magical fatigue overtakes you. It lasts only for a moment, and then you feel you're kind of like back to normal.
Ooh,
Wow.
he's really not happy with you.
No, it. So, that would be that red building then we walked by?
Yes, that is the largest temple.
Yeah, the one that's like lower left corner.
Do you like double over, Tordek?
Yeah, do you make
Yeah,
tell us or anything?
yeah, I'll try and. I think I would like stumble a little probably. I think I would.
Seeing you stumble, you're like, Tordek, are you okay?
okay?
I don't know. Walking by that building, I felt a weird feeling over
What?
me.
Is that?
This
Like a defiant
building?
to say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna point to the temple. You think it's this building?
Yeah.
This is the Temple of Pelor.
Oh, didn't you mention that while we were in the desert?
Yes, it's the largest temple here. It's most
Yeah,
people most people here go worship here. Does
Would I be able to do it? Would I know? Do a check to know why, or?
I was just gonna ask you if there's any like specific bad history between Lathander and Pelor?
Other than the fact that Lathander usurped his position.
I'm
Oh,
about to
are they
say
actually-
he's the replacement.
They are literally the
Yeah.
same god.
Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
that
Oh,
was
they're the
that's one's
same.
replacement.
Oh.
Yeah, they hold the same domains.
Oops.
Dang. So you won't be going to worship there.
Nope.
Do we
It's,
need to avoid this place, or do we need to go in now?
If I'll have to stay out here if you guys go. anything.
No, we don't have any
think
reason
we
to go in.
should- Yeah, I think we should. I think we should try and keep Tordek away from this building.
Let's just keep walking.
And I'll stay at this point kind of next to Chordak just in case he falls over again.
Okay, so you hurry
Aw.
past the temple. The feeling has faded and does not return.
Okay, cool. So he's fine.
Oh, good. Just don't go in
gonna
there
be-
because you might die.
Yeah.
Our cleric just falls down dead. Well, that's great.
Oh,
He's
I
just
wasn't
struck
trained
by
for
lightning.
this.
Yeah. Feeler smites me.
Bro, what do you think your god would do if he did that?
It depends how much he likes me.
It depends on how
That's
much
true,
you like
though.
you. Oh, no.
Well, technically, you're one of his strongest followers, like, on the planet right now.
Truth.
So,
He probably likes you a lot.
I would say you're probably closer to him than most people.
Because of your power, like, I mean, you know, speaking like thematically or whatever, because you're so powerful, Lathander has to like you, you know, a lot.
Exactly.
That power is coming from Lathander, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so you pass through the gate into the market quarter, and it is a distinct change of atmosphere. Where the temple quarter was sort of quiet and reverent and clearly a place of worship, the market quarter is a chaotic, bustling madhouse of people. The street is packed. There is never a moment where you're not hearing some merchant calling, screaming out their wares and how much they are and how perfect theirs are, and don't buy from that guy, buy from this guy. And the canopies and carpets that line the streets and fill the central bazaar area is an assault on the senses with the amount of color and pattern. And there's music constantly playing from all directions, and the smells of herbs and spices and incense and cooking food. And this is just a melting pot of humanity and commerce.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, actually, legitimately, I kind of do love it, and I'm not phased by it at all.
I'll just
I
kinda
didn't know
like,
because I just saw all of this last week, like in New York. So, yeah.
Nice.
I'll
I need to ask you how your trip was. We'll have to talk about that later.
And as you're
Okay.
walking through the streets of the market quarter, you suddenly hear a high-pitched female voice just... And a halfling literally seems to fall from the sky in front of you.
what the fuck?
Could I try to catch it or her?
Sure.
It is female. She is dressed in raggedy clothes. Hold on one second.
Does she seem to be injured when she lands?
Hold on one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put up
Oh,
an image
hell.
of her.
Sky.
It's a halfling
There she
catapult.
is.
Launched her.
She
Halfling
Yeah, her-
catapult.
Her clothes are like barely there. She is covered in dirt and bruises. There's blood trickling from the corner of her mouth. There is a very clear iron collar around her neck. And Defiance, you recognize immediately that this is a slave.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone? Yeah, no. Does anybody else immediately react to her being like?
I do.
Nobody around you reacts, but you do
Okay.
quickly see two very large half-orcs coming your way, laughing. And you hear one of them proclaim to the other, "That was a good one. Bet I can punt her further."
Excuse me.
Oh,
What?
no.
Oh no! Fuck. I'm getting down to this girl and helping her up if she doesn't get up on her own. Is she
She
like,
looks
mobile?
absolutely terrified and will not let you touch
Okay.
her.
Okay. It's alright, I'm not going to hurt you. Torda, can you... if she seemed to be injured, like, Torda could help her, because...
She has
she
a
had blood.
myriad of small injuries. None of them seem particularly terrible.
Oh, okay.
Bruises,
Never mind
scratches, small
But
cuts.
she's not like bad hurt.
No, like it it looks like she's taken a tumble through the dirt.
then. Mhm.
Are you two responsible for this?
Yeah, what's it to you?
What's it to me is that it is wrong.
What you mean it's wrong?
I acknowledge defiance when she says that.
No, you got quiet again. I can't hear you.
I acknowledge defiance when she says Thorn's name.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a quick shake of the head and... to the orcs. You say they're orcs?
Half orcs.
Half orcs, sorry.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'll throw up a picture of them.
Do they look special in any way? Or do they look just like
They're just
average
big, thuggish
Jews?
brutes. They probably have a little bit more orc in them than most half-orcs.
Okay, then I'm going to say to them, I am going to, as best I can, put myself between her and them, if they don't immediately shove me to the side. And indicating the girl behind me. Is she yours?
Yeah.
What?
We bought the little bitch just this morning.
And this is how you're going to treat your new property?
What's it to you?
Doesn't seem like a very good use of money.
They kind of look at each other and look at you. Not really your business now, is it?
God damn it.
At this point, Thorn is going to move up. I believe this property is still a person. You shall treat her kindly.
They look at Thorn like he's a madman.
Yeah.
What you going on about? She's a slave.
She is a person.
Thorn, this is not the time.
She's a meat puppet.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep Thorn under control, but I'm also getting a little pissed at this point.
I mean, Thorn kind of, he relates to this, so
Yeah.
he's kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't believe you will be treating her like this anymore.
Oh, you
Is she
don't,
still,
huh?
just laying there?
Yeah, she's just kind of sitting on the ground. Just watching this, just absolutely terrified watching this go down.
Yes, I don't think that you'll be treating her like this anymore.
And just what you gonna do about it?
Well, try to get
Well-
near her. Just try it.
Oh no.
They both kind of sneer, smile at you. Oh, we won't have to. All we got to do is call the guard.
Oh no, we don't
We don't want.
do that.
I don't think that's necessary.
Oh,
And
I
I'm,
think it is. This
glaring daggers at
this
the
big bold
floor.
upstart's trying to steal my property.
Well,
I think he quite understands she's yours. I'm glaring at Thorn, hoping that he gets the
Yes.
hint. I think he's just concerned that you might have better use for her than what
punching
were
bag.
you doing exactly? Yeah, I'm just stalling, dude. What were you doing exactly?
We was playing a little game.
You can see Thorn's vein popping out of the side of his head, fists clenching. Thing. You were
I'll kind of
playing-
pull Thorn over
be like,
and kind of whisper in your ear. Thorn, didn't you say something about wanting to play some physical games? Maybe this can be settled a little differently than just, all out brawl in the middle of the street. Maybe we can come to a agreement of a reward for who wins the physical game.
My friend here has a point. How about I play you?
While they're doing that, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, that was it.
No, I was just gonna try. I'm just gonna try to talk to this girl if she's at all willing to speak. she's still like laying there. I'm gonna get down on her level and just be like, and while they're off talking, what's your name?
Move. So you can actually have a direct path.
She just kind of looks at you and shakes her head.
Joy.
So
And what I said to Thorn was more of like away from the group, not like going ahead and talking to the half orcs for him, but more of like a nudge and like a hey, instead of just, you know, beating the shit out of them and potentially getting us thrown in jail because unfortunately technically she is their property, maybe you can like wrestle them
Challenge
for her.
them.
Yeah,
There
like
we go.
challenge them. Like, whoever wins gets the property kind of thing. And that would be like a Thorn. And that would be his decision.
Okay, I'm gonna let Defiance finish her thing with the girl first before I do that.
Okay. But doesn't seem, unfortunately, like the girl wants to talk much, which, I mean, understandably. She was just bought and it's now been a punching bag.
So her internet just cut out, so I
Man.
guess.
Okay.
I walk up. Excuse me. You two. My friend came with an interesting point. How about I challenge the two of you? And the winner shall receive her.
And what do we get if we win?
How much did you buy for her?
You know, if you want her, you could just buy her.
How much?
We'll call it 1,000 gold.
Can I see if that's really what they paid for her this morning?
You can make an insight check.
I just
be one
don't
too.
think that they're just going to be beating up $1,000 worth of gold.
18 on an insight check. Higher than me, please.
I got a 12. Well, I think Eric was inciting it too, right?
I got a 15.
Alright, so you can all tell it's not hard. There's no way they paid that much for her.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I would say, like... So, what?
I'm gonna try something, and this could either go very, very well, or
How much-
very, very poorly.
Do we know how much slaves typically go for here? And, like, quality of slave?
So that
I was gonna-
that entirely depends on the race, the skills, the health. There's a lot of variables that go into how much a slave is actually worth.
So, would Defiance know
Um,
that information?
She could possibly make an educated guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'd prefer to get here.
you need to ask her.
I'd kind of guess at 200 because she's scrawny and beat up.
Say she's young from what we can tell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to be on the younger end.
But she is small.
She's a halfling.
Probably not super good for, like...
She seems pretty scrawny.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Hey!
She's definitely
Defiance.
Did
underfed.
you get her back? Carter, are you back?
Doesn't seem like it.
Dang. Okay. I was hoping that she could give us, like, an estimate.
I'd make a
Um,
low ball guess at 200.
That's lowballing it?
Well-
because I mean,
Halfling, she's
slaves?
beat up
I
and
mean-
scrawny.
the only reason I say that's highballing is because, from what we can understand, based off what the Defiance told us in the past, this is like super common.
Okay, hi.
Slavery is like super.
Hey, you're back.
There she is.
That
We need
was
your help.
So,
the worst
quick question.
timing ever. What?
Quick question. How much would you say, because of your time here, would a girl like this go for in the slave community?
The hell should I know? That's a better question for John. I would know. My character
Okay.
might know,
Well,
depending.
That's why they were waiting for you, so that they could ask
Yes,
your
this is why we were waiting for you.
Oh.
So
Sorry. My
so,
ca- my-
passing.
My internet completely cut out for no reason. I'm so sorry.
that happens to me
Terrible.
sometimes too.
Terrible
Um,
timing.
So yeah, I was
So-
explaining to them that the value of a slave is there's a lot of variables that go into it.
Uh-huh.
You can probably make an educated guess that this girl, given her age, but also her malnourishment, her size, you don't know any of her relevant skills or anything, but like 50 to 100 gold would probably be what you'd
That's-
expect to see her go
Yep.
for.
That's
That's
what
what I was thinking.
I was wondering the same thing I think this conversation is going, to be honest. Can't believe I got cut off there.
Yeah, so you missed it. The orcs basically told Thorn he could buy her if he wanted to for 1,000 gold.
And
Oh,
we all, yeah.
sorry.
we were all like, yeah, no.
That's a lie.
Yeah, so as soon as, because I was gonna be like trying to speak to the girl, which didn't really work. So I'm just gonna kind of stand up, and as soon as he says, buy her for 1,000 gold, I am literally gonna do what I just did and just the biggest like scoff ever.
Something funny.
Yes, you seem to be quite the comedian. 1,000 gold for her.
That's what I said.
And what price did you pay this morning, good friend?
Don't really matter.
I think it does.
Nah, you see, she's our property. We sell her for whatever we want. You don't want to pay? Move along.
You'll never find anyone willing to pay that price for her.
Don't matter. Not really looking to sell her, are we? You's the ones butted in, decided to make this your business. We was just enjoying a good game of kick the halfling.
Thorn. I pull Thorn over. Would Defiance have told us, like, would she have mentioned, like, you couldn't have paid more than, like, 50 to 100 gold for her?
I was just about to say some numbers, but yeah.
Okay. So then, as soon as I hear numbers, I would go over to Thorn and be like, I would say, if you wanted to try and fight them for her, like, as, like, a duel kind of thing.
absolutely.
And
Of course you
There-
would.
I would counter with,
While you're
because
even explaining
Defiance,
that and you
yeah.
say fight for her, he just gets up and says, how about I challenge the both of you for her?
well, hang on. Because what we were, I'm not, no, I'm agreeing. I agree with that statement.
Oh.
But,
yes.
so it's when Marta, when you cut out, he was going to, he was basically like, I'm gonna fight you for her, and then whoever wins gets her. And they were like, okay, what do we get if we win? Because if they win, then they just get nothing. They just beat Thorn up. So it's,
Wow.
we were trying to figure out how much she's worth. So my suggestion to Thorn at this point is, if he wants to, is when he fights, if he wins, he gets the girl. If they win, we just pay them
Or
the equivalent of her.
yeah,
As a
it's
reward.
possible, but I'll say that as soon as the orc says, this sucks that I missed the stuff, but as soon as the orc says, like, what would we get if we won, my immediate response would be satisfaction of putting him in his place.
There you go.
Fantastic. So, what do you two, we'll put you men, but you two more cowards,
That's God.
what do you two say to this? How about I'll let both of you fight me? Give you the advantage, or else it wouldn't be a fair fight. I win, I get her. You two win, I'll pay. Does that sound fair to you?
Two of them.
Sound like a
Both.
waste of time. You want her, you pay. Otherwise, get out of our face.
Well, if you consider a fair price.
1,000 gold. Take it or leave it.
Can I roll intimidation to try to lower that, or have them just give her to us at all?
I was gonna say,
You can try.
I'm gonna try.
could I even do persuasion for like all the stuff that I'm saying, or
You can try.
okay? It's not gonna work,
So
but I'm gonna try.
I can get almost a nat 20. 23 on intimidation.
Dang. My persuasion 10.
You have Really? I thought you had expertise in persuasion.
No, just proficiency.
Yep.
Dang
So
it. Okay.
they're definitely not persuaded, and
Yeah.
they don't look intimidated at all.
Yep.
Dang.
You have to remember, not only is there two of them, but they're in the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
This is just morally wrong.
Oh, I know.
I'm just. God damn it.
But
Fine.
you can't
Fine.
pay 1,000 gold
No.
for it.
Just. Thorn, he's really pissed off about this.
Mhm.
I have to take
Pissed off
1,000
too.
gold out, throw it on the ground,
Oh,
take
Done.
What?
it.
Right, so one of the orcs picks up the money.
dude.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Do you have
And they turn and walk
This
off.
is just ridiculous.
a keep her
Dang.
collar?
What?
What was that? You of all people, especially
I
knowing now,
I
this is
understand.
not right.
I understand. What are we going to do with her now?
We'll
You
figure
really
that out.
expect- You really
What
expect us?
are we supposed to do? Let her die? We would have watched her die today.
She might not have died, but
Well,
what
should
can we
at
offer
least-
her that was better?
Safety, possibly time. I don't know. This is.
Maybe
I couldn't let that happen.
get her some food and kick off her collar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I'll bring over. I'll like get some. I mean, I know it's not much, but I'll get the good berries out of my pouch until we can get her some real food, and I'll kind of gently kneel down, very, very slow movements around her, and
Okay, so
gently place out my hand.
So when you look at her, she has moved to her knees, hands and head on the ground at Thorn's feet.
No. I asked her to stand up. You are your own person. I do not own you. You are free.
But you bought me.
Yes, and that means I may do whatever.
Can't hear you, Noah.
I'd like. It means that you can do. It means I may do whatever I would like. What I would like is for you to be free.
She looks at you with like wide, terrified eyes. But what will I do?
You can stay with us for now. We will figure something out.
And I'll hand out, like, I'll hold out my handful of berries. It's not much, but until we can get you some real food, they'll give you something to snack on.
Out of character, you just legit need to give her one because one berry is the equivalent of one whole day's worth of food.
I think it's
And
more.
they only last for a day.
It's more of, I think, the healing.
Yeah, and the healing, but because it's only 1 HP of healing, but also like she's a little bit malnourished, so it doesn't matter anyway. She can eat a couple of them and be perfectly fine.
That's true.
So I'll give her, like, I don't want to, like, kill her with berries, but, like,
Feed her a week's worth of food.
yeah, it's like force feed her a week's worth. Yeah, no. I'll give her enough that I'll be like, I know that she'll be full, and have like a good meal until we can get her some like meat and stuff later on tonight.
Okay, so she looks extremely hesitant when you hand her the berries. Like, she does not want to take them.
Right, promise you.
I'm just standing still. Like I'm not I'm
You are
letting her
safe now.
take what she wants.
You can trust her.
They're good berries.
Okay, so
Good berries.
she kind of looks at Thorn and then looks at the berries and very, very slowly reaches out, takes one, puts it in her mouth, chews it up, swallows it, and her eyes, if possible, get even wider. And like she falls back onto her backside in like this like terrified and awed state, staring at Corey.
Oh, did she finally see my face?
No,
No,
she's
you just
reacting to
gave
the
her a
berry.
magic berry that filled her up.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
gotcha.
Like that berry filled her up for the day. Like she's good.
Yeah, you could give her a second one, but she'd be
You
like.
guys are forgetting how
spoofed.
magic is not a common thing in this world.
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
that's right.
I didn't forget,
Right.
but I'm cool with it.
I help her up if she. I offer my hand. I'm not gonna grab her, but I just like offer my hand to like try to help her up.
Okay, so she kind of stares at your hand for a minute, and then will slowly stand up on her own.
Okay.
Because she seems
That's
too scared to touch you.
Don, I hope you understand what you've done. You're responsible for
Didn't
her
let that
now.
happen. I know. Let me ask this, Defiance. Wouldn't you have wanted someone like this for you? If that was you years ago, what would you have wanted?
I just hope that we can.
And her good place to stay.
Yes.
Because I mean, I
The
agree.
hell was
Like,
that?
I don't want her
I don't
to
know
be.
what that was.
That was a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, my puppy shook.
Ah.
I say puppy. He's a mastiff, so he's huge. But he. I'm just worried. Like, I definitely don't want her to be a slave anymore. And the way that she was being treated it pisses Corey off. But at the same time, like, how is this girl gonna survive on her own? Like, she's probably been a slave her entire life. So, like, how is she gonna make money? Where is she gonna stay? Can she defend herself? Like,
Well, we can. I don't know.
oh, I agree. We couldn't just leave her.
Yeah.
Don,
I elected to kill to fight the both of them. Y'all said no. So,
what a Freudian slip there. I wanted to kill one of my
with
main
you.
them.
Because
I
I'm sure
was
it's
with
gonna
you
cost a
on
lot
fighting.
more to get you out of jail than it would have.
I was just with you on fighting them, like, so that you didn't get thrown in jail. I was totally down for you fighting them.
Hey, John, we picked up our first NPC extra party person.
Right. She can handle the horses.
Oh
There
my
you go.
god. Oh my god.
There you go. Honestly,
oh my god, we can give her a job. I mean, we do have the coin for it, technically.
technically, yes.
Technically.
And she can stay with us. I mean, we have what, 4 party members. She can stay in our room while we're here. But like, I don't know that she's gonna want to travel all over the world with us. We could probably take her somewhere better.
While we're kind of they're all talking, there is, I assume, a pretty easy way of removing the collar.
No, it is
Dang
literally
it.
welded around her neck.
Dang it! I knew it.
How similar is the key?
You have
Welded.
thieves' tools.
There's
Well-
no lock.
It's welded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's welded to her neck? Oh my god.
I love that
There's-
Thorn's reaction.
No, that's Noah's reaction, because that's horrifying. Oh my god.
I know.
So-
Let's see, mending normally fixes things. Was there any way it would undo a weld?
No.
That might seem
No.
silly.
Would there be any is it ever done where a slave's collar is removed, like under normal circumstances?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, could we go to
not-
somewhere and get it removed? Is what I'm
Not,
trying
not
to.
all slave collars are welded in place. Just like
Right.
that's the welded in place iron collar is kind of like the base model collar that they come off the block with, and then owners
Right.
will give them whatever collar they want. all slaves do wear collars because that is sort of like the symbol of a slave in this city. It's how you identify them. But like slaves to noble houses, their collars are basically jewelry.
Yeah, I didn't mention that, did I? To
You did
anyone?
not.
Whoops.
No.
I keep thinking of things that I should have.
I asked you like 5 times. Is there anything else?
Dude, you really
You-
did. It was like. But yeah,
So-
no.
Okay, so I mean, we could probably go get it cut off.
Yeah,
But I do have a
We're-
question.
you can literally take her to like any blacksmith and get it cut off.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what I was going for.
Well, we have
I
to
was
find
about
one
to
for the
ask.
shield, so I might have to.
Yeah, I was about to ask if polymorph would affect the collar on her as well.
You
And
guys
I was
trying
like,
to
I mean,
forge
I
her
could
into
always
something?
just I could always just turn her into a mouse real quick, and
You're
then
gonna
she could be out of the collar.
Do me a favor. Don't do that.
Well, I wasn't gonna just do it.
We
The
should
only
maybe
cor-
not be advertising our magical skills.
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to say, for
Okay.
one, magic is
No.
in common here, and we're surrounded in New York City, essentially, and you just turn someone into a mouse.
And the field
Also-
is full of birds.
Also, I think she's scared enough. I don't think that turning her into a mouse will help that.
Well, I wasn't gonna just do it. I was just curious as if I did polymorph, if it would also affect the collar around her neck.
No, it would not.
Okay. That's all. That's all I was asking. I wasn't suggesting to do it. I was just curious.
Okay. Well,
At this
in
point,
the-
we need to try to. I would say to
No.
the group, we need to work on getting this collar off. Does anyone know where to go from here?
Well, I do have a question for John. If we're getting leather armor upgraded into studded leather armor, would we need to go to a blacksmith or a leather worker?
So, are you literally just like take the armor you have and add studs to it, or are you just gonna buy a new set of studded leather?
I was thinking of just like kind of upgrading, so like just adding studs.
Um,
I don't know what Defiance wants to do. I was thinking about just adding studs. If you'll,
I'd
if
say
you'd
get
let
some
me.
new drip, y'all. Y'all have had that armor since level 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
but
it's super expensive.
I was gonna say, assuming that it's still in good shape, I would just upgrade it. If it's not in good shape anymore, I'd buy new.
Yeah, how is our armor? Ron?
yeah, so I'm not gonna track the minutia of wear and tear.
Yeah.
If you
Cool.
want to upgrade your current armor, you're gonna head to a blacksmith. If you want to buy new, you're likely gonna head to a leather worker. Or
Well,
Okay,
or
so then
two for one.
or
third with one
you
more.
can find specific armor dealers who like that's just what they sell is armor. They didn't make it,
Gotcha.
but they sell it.
I'm totally cool. I think my leather armor is still fairly intact, so I'm cool with just like buying the studs to add to the leather. And then in that case, we would be going to the same place that we would need to get the collar removed at. So 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep.
So let's go to the
Alright.
blacksmith.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna go to, I guess, just the nearest blacksmith, to be honest.
Yeah, because it
Um,
shouldn't be super like specialty to add studs to leather.
So it is
Along the way-
considered armor smithing to get that done, so you probably want to find somebody who does armor smithing. Otherwise,
Oh,
otherwise you will end up
okay.
with like some really janky armor with just like a few studs in it.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll do that.
Well, let's stop by. Well, I'll ask this to Thorn. Thorn, would you like to stop by the blacksmith first, or would you like to go to the armor smith first? Did the
I wonder
armor
if it's
smith
called-
take off?
Yeah, and any smith can remove the collar. That's just a matter of cutting metal.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well then,
okay.
Well,
So we can go to
okay.
the same place. Let's go.
Yeah, armor smith.
Right.
Right.
You'll
So
probably
it's,
have
it's
one.
pretty easy to find an armor smith in the market. It's gonna cost 25 gold to get your armors upgraded.
Okay.
And another 20 gold to get the collar cut off.
I gladly pay it.
Okay, so yeah, he cuts the collar off her neck, and you see that beneath it is like this raw red skin. This collar's obviously been in place for a very long time.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's raw and
Two.
red, but there's also like layers of scar tissue where it's rubbed over the years. She looks
Yeah.
absolutely stunned and doesn't know what to do.
We probably just like completely shocked the fuck out of her.
And the
Of, like,
And the
What
other one is to
am I?
turn her into a mouse.
And the armor smith.
Oh, I didn't though.
The armor smith asks, "You got another collar you want me put on her?"
No.
No, we'll handle that later. Thank you.
Upon Divine saying that, he just gives her like the most like what the fuck look. What?
I'm just kind of small shake of my head. And I'm gonna to Thorn like sort of quietly. At some point, you should probably ask her her name. She wasn't exactly forthcoming with me, but with you, I think she would be.
I
You own her now.
kneel down. Don't use that word. Do not use that word.
Whoops.
I kneel down. What is your name?
John needs to pick a name.
No, sorry, I was distracted by something else.
Oh, you're good. I just asked her her name.
She kind
I
of
was
looks.
kind of hoping. Sorry.
She looks up at you with just like this, not sure how to answer look on her face, because likely very few, if anyone, has ever actually asked her her name, because who fucking cares when it's a slave? Farley.
Oh,
Barley?
that is so sweet.
Barley? That's me out of character.
I just wrote it in chat for you.
Oh, I thought it was barley too.
Oh, I
Barley.
thought it was barley.
Barley.
I mean, we
Petition
can
to
rename her
rename-
that if you want.
I'm
No,
joking.
we are naming her Farley. It's
Farley,
Farley is
okay.
great.
Barley
Farley.
is
Oh,
a very
man.
beautiful name too.
That is a wonderful name. Where are you from?
Here?
Or
Here. Right.
how
Well,
old is she?
how old are you?
I don't know.
That's so sad. You have so many birthdays to catch up on.
What's a birthday?
Oh my god.
No, this is sad.
This is so sad.
Right,
okay.
we're gonna be walking and talking, maybe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Will
Okay.
you just
Well, Farley,
Shield.
as of now, we will find something for you, but as long as you are with us, you are safe. I promise you that.
Thank you,
You are your own person now. No. Just call me Thorn. I am Thorn.
Thorn?
Thorn.
She looks very confused by your name.
Oh,
Yup.
this
Yeah.
sweetheart. Oh, she's so precious.
Just to Thorn. Just give her a little bit. This is a lot to take in.
I know. Trust me, I
We're going
know.
to the wherever Tordak needs to go. I believe,
Yeah.
while we're
You said
talking.
you wanted to try to find a shield, right, Tordek?
Yes, and I figured the
Yes,
armor
sir.
smith would probably have one.
Absolutely.
Does he have like a stronger shield than standard shield at all?
So he has all
Like
the types of shield, all the basic types of shields you find in like the player's handbook. You can buy whichever one you want for the cost.
Oh, I just have like a. I don't just have a basic one in player's handbook, but I didn't know if he had like a +1 or something.
No, he doesn't have anything enchanted.
Okay.
And this,
All right.
his wares are not good enough to have a masterwork.
Okay. All right.
You can
then-
search around the market for somebody who might have a masterwork.
Okay.
That is one thing I was gonna ask you, but you said magic wasn't prevalent. So, like, would, for lack of better in-game terms, +1, +2, whatever weapons exist in this area?
So you can get a non-magical +1 weapon. They're called masterwork weapons.
Okay.
They have the +1 to attack, but they're not magical. So when encountering something that needs a magic weapon, they don't count.
Opera.
Got it.
That was a dagger, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Until the rust
Awesome.
monster got it.
So,
Sad face.
so this is like
It's sentimental, you know.
What's that?
so we're not gonna find like magical weapons.
No, you generally
really.
are not going to
Goodbye.
find magic items of any sort just for sale at the market.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay.
But if you're looking for something masterwork, we could find it potentially.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes, you could potentially find a masterwork level smith who would have that sort
Yeah.
of wares. Point of note, he could also repair masterwork items.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
John,
Maybe we should.
this is where we need to be on video because I just like grinned.
Yeah.
So what weapon do we need to fix up?
The rusted dagger?
Nah, I that's a sentimental thing. I actually don't think I want to do that. I mean, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Kind of do, but you know what? I would want to go and see how much it costs.
Could I?
Okay, so what I'll have you guys do is make perception checks.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like can I? Okay.
Go ahead, what?
Well, I feel like I would, if not
21.
know off the top of my head. Oh, she got 21
11.
anyway.
11.
Perception. I got a 12. The heck?
Hey! I just saw someone's roll.
Got it.
What I got a 2?
Yeah, but we saw the roll, so...
Okay,
so
how did
exciting.
you do that? Because I wanna be able to do that too.
Oh, I opened the sheet and I hit the modifier for the skill I wanted to use, and it just.
He's
rolled it.
doing what we're doing. We just don't
Literally.
have a setting on or something.
That's literally all I do is I open the sheet and I just click the thing. So if it's like insight, I click the little button that says +4 next to insight.
Yeah.
It just.
I-
It just. Sometimes it doesn't like me and it gives me really low rolls all the time, so I use dice.
And that one.
So,
I'm
yeah.
doing
Yeah, I
the
see
same thing, Megan, and it never does it for me. I don't know.
So you guys search through the marketplace. Tordik thinks he found, like, the perfect guy. Defiant, you tell him that he is very obviously a swindler.
Yeah.
That all of his items are, like, painted in silver.
Dang.
That's bad. See, look, it's shiny. It's fine.
Vaughn's like, no. Come on, let's go.
But shiny!
I'm sure we can find that somewhere else.
While we're looking for her master weaponsmith, I also want to look for like an animal handler just for fun.
Yeah, so
Want a
you
pet?
You find a couple of merchants who seem to be selling exotic pets.
Yes. Okay, that's something that I'll make note of, like, where they are, and that's something I may come back, just for fun to see.
Okay.
I'm also looking around for a place that would be interested in the purchase of jewels.
Yeah, you see plenty of places that are
Yeah.
specialized in jewels.
Does one look more high end than the other? Or are they all about the same?
Yeah, there's definitely one that, rather than being out in the bazaar under a stall or on a carpet, he has, like, an actual physical store.
When Defiance and all them finish their thing, I would like to circle back there, if you don't mind.
Sure. So yeah, you guys find, after probably an hour of searching, you finally find a place that is a master smith. Like, you know it. You can tell by the work.
Ah, this place is nice.
I don't know if we're RPing it, but I would ask how much it would cost to repair. I'm gonna pull out my dagger and show it to whoever works there.
So it is a grizzled old one-eyed dwarf.
Okay.
Oh.
He kind of grabs the dagger and looks it over, bites the tip of it.
Oh.
Not bad, not bad. 100 gold, I can fix it.
Do I have any idea of how much it would cost, like, new? Like, actually just buying one new?
So, general rule with masterwork is double the cost of a normal one.
Normal dagger's not that expensive, is it?
Ew.
How much do they cost? I'm looking it up now.
So,
No, just
normal
look on
daggers-
your in your character thing, and it'll have cost on top of it.
Wow. Duh. Cost. Yeah, a dagger is like 2 gold.
So a masterwork is 4 gold.
That's not right. Is that right, John?
That's
No,
right.
that's probably. Wait, so it costs 25 times more to repair it than the actual item?
That's what this guy's charging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's
I
got
was
new
just,
one.
I was just wanting to make sure I understood that whole situation correctly, but I'm sure I do now. I'm going to just kind of give him a look and 100 to repair it.
That's what I said.
How many? Does he have any like scimitars that are masterwork for sale?
Yeah, he's got a couple.
And how
Oh.
much is he selling them for?
150 apiece.
Yeah, this guy's swindling us.
I mean, it's just New York. I bought I bought
Yeah.
a hot dog for $8 the other day. So.
Yeah, it seems to be the only masterwork one in town. Though.
That's true.
So what do you
I'm-
charge for a masterwork shield?
Oh, but-
Sorry.
Is that a thing, Masterwork shields? Okay.
Plus one items are masterwork in his world.
This is actually pulled from older editions.
Well, no, I just don't know what.
really?
Yeah.
I've only ever, up until now in this campaign, heard of Masterwork weapons, so I wasn't sure if shields were like a thing.
Yeah, they function the same.
That's all.
Just gives it a plus
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
one. And yeah, you find a masterwork shield for 200 gold.
All right.
Yeah, I've put my dagger away at this point.
Yeah, and it's not gonna.
You guys
I'm
can
not
haggle.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
that's true.
I'm not gonna bother for my stuff, but if somebody else shows interest, I'll haggle for them
Would you-
if they don't want to.
Can
Shield,
someone
you think like
intimidate for a
100.
better price?
No, don't. God damn it.
Sorry, what did you say, Eric?
I asked if he would take 100 for the shield. They're gold.
He chews on his beard for a minute. 180.
150.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Got this.
I'll try and do it in here and see if I got.
Nat
see if
20.
bro.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Dang it.
11.
175.
Okay. I'll pay 175.
All right.
Defiance is just like shaking her head in the background.
So you pay and you get your shield.
Sweet.
It is a very nicely made shield.
Is it shiny?
That +1 shield.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I almost want to do it for my armor too, but
I mean, you have.
what's your armor
mine.
class now? Now with your +1 shield?
19.
Yeah. It was 18, right? That's awesome.
Yes, 18
According
to
plus
Sensible.
1 is 19.
You know what?
Wait a minute. Did y'all's armor class not change? Because did you equip your studded armor yet?
I did. Mine went up by
not.
1.
We both should probably be the same. Gonna be at 16. What are you?
Oh, how are you 16? I'm 15.
Well, my dex is +4, so
My dex is +3, so that's
it's
why.
just +3. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't change any of my stuff yet, so I just usually do inventory stuff after the session.
Gotcha.
Unless
Well,
it's
good to
unless
know
we get
your
into
correct
combat, then I will
armor
change
class.
it. But like,
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of good to know
I-
your correct armor class.
I doubt we're gonna be in combat this session.
Yeah,
yeah,
don't think so.
I was wondering about the orcs, half orcs. Sorry. I have to
I
update
was
this.
willing to do it.
I know,
I know
and I
you
was
were.
honestly like almost gunning for it, but then they were like, "Let's involve the authorities," and I'm like, you know what? Maybe not.
So, Thorn, did you want to go by your jeweler?
I mean, only if we're done here.
I'm done.
I have no want to buy from this guy.
All right.
Say.
And I leave and go to the jeweler.
Okay. You find a
what
rather swarthy, greasy-haired looking man.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was looking to sell some of my jewelry that I've acquired.
Really? Let me see.
I pull out one garnet that I have.
Is that all?
Possibly, but I just wanted to. I just wanted to see the worth of it at the moment.
Very well. He picks it up and puts a jeweler's loop to his eye and sort of examines it for a few minutes. I could give you 5 gold for it.
5 gold for this pristine, intact garnet.
Garnets
John, is he
are
low?
common.
Is he legit or lowballing?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I kind of want to insight that. Oh, 5 gold for a garnet,
So my
15.
insight is 23.
and that is a lot less than what you got. So let's go with yours.
Hold on 1 second.
At one point in the long past, we looked up the values of the.
I'm looking at the values. It's on my sheet. Like, he's super lowballing.
That's what I thought.
He is. He's lowballing.
I just don't want to metagame. Just be
Yeah.
like, you know.
It's like I know it, but that's my character.
No, Thorn definitely does not know.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
If Thorn doesn't make any immediate, because he was talking to him, I'll butt in. 5
Yeah,
gold.
go ahead.
Yeah. You think 5 gold is a fair price for this?
Yes.
No way.
I'm just kind of giving him a look, like, just a very I know what you're doing kind of look. And
So he
you
regards
believe...
Defiance for a moment and kind of rolls his eyes. Fine, 20.
Is that more of what we would expect a garnet of this size to?
Not
Bring
even
it.
close. Not even close.
Yeah. Not close.
Defiance, it's okay. He probably just doesn't have the money for it, is all.
Oh, it's a possibility. We probably should just go elsewhere.
Agreed.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Obnoxious. 50 gold.
Like I said, if you don't have the coin, it's alright. I mean, if you can't afford it, that's on you. Clearly, with your lack of customers in here, I can understand.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh.
Can I give him advantage since I was helping with that whole thing?
Sure.
Sweet.
You gave me advantage?
Yes.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Nice.
The other one was a 5.
So he looks frustrated. 100 gold, and I can't go a coin more.
Fantastic. And I pull out 5 more of the same garnet. Possible to buy all of them.
His eyes get a little wide. Kind of. He looks like a mixture between like happy and pissed off.
Yes.
Now he has to give us 500 gold.
And he does indeed
No, it's 600.
count out 500 gold, put it on the table, take the stones.
600?
Yeah, because I have 6. I pulled out 5 more.
600.
Oh! 5 more. 600
So
total.
I get 600 gold. Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed.
This fairy. Farley all surprised, all these gems floating around.
Yeah, Farley is watching all of this with like the biggest eyes. Like she is absolutely stunned. She's never seen this much wealth change hands in her life.
Yep.
Now, since I possibly have your attention, what would you value one of these? As I pull out a 1 ruby.
Sorry, what was it?
I pull out 1 ruby.
Ruby.
This is gonna be good.
So the jeweler once again picks it up and puts his jeweler's loop in to examine it. And then he kind of looks at you, and he looks at Defiance. 2,500.
Oh god. I think we've already taken enough of this man's money. I don't think he has it. Thank you, sir. I put the ruby, take the ruby back.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, Defiance, if you want to do that again, that would be great.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I didn't say anything this time, but
No,
that's up to John.
You didn't
I'm s-
participate this time, so no.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm still standing there, but
let's
I didn't.
go! Natural 19.
What?
Because, so Thorn,
Nice.
The man
She's
gets
19.
kind of red in the face. It's cloudy and of poor cut. 3,200.
I believe that will work. And I'll give him 1.
All right.
Do you just have one? You have more than one, right? I just can't remember.
Yep, I'm not letting him know that though.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure I didn't misremember.
You just sold that for what, 3,200?
3,200.
So you just got 3,800.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And where did these come from again?
Garnets I got from the bugbear, and the other rubies I got from the crap. Is that the no? Oh, I made a note of this. 1 second.
Yeah, I made notes too, but that was like literally session 2 and 3 that we got that
That was
stuff.
that was before Alero. Good lord.
Whoa, way before.
Is the No, that's right. The garnets I got from the bugbear, and the rubies I got from the shaman on the
So-
island.
Technically, I'm being pedantic, I know, but the garnets actually came from the set of. We searched the area and found them at the set of goblins in that cave that were at the
That
front,
was
the
it.
front of the cave.
Yes.
You know.
Hmm.
So sorry, that was where the garnets were found.
Thank you. Alright, so I acquired the gold from him. It was a pleasure doing business with you here, sir. And I go to the group, and 3,800. All of you get 950 gold.
Nice. Thank you, Thorn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
950, you said.
You know, Thorn, you're getting really good at that intimidation stuff.
I know. I didn't know I could do that.
He didn't even intimidate the guy. He just persuaded him.
He didn't, but we're gonna go with Corey thought he was being intimidating.
Wait, how much gold did we get? 900 and what?
950.
50. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was all persuasion, which is like, I was expecting to be doing that.
If you didn't give me advantage, that first roll was going to be a 5. I was like, oh well.
No, that's teamwork, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna like, I'm just gonna kind of like pat Thorn on the back and be like, "Wow, you're getting really good at that."
I'm not going to try that again because between you and me, I have a few more of these rubies.
I think that's it. I think it's a good idea. You know, don't show all of our wealth immediately.
Exactly.
Make perception checks.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Okay.
22.
I also got a 22.
I got a 17.
I gotta say, I really love that virtual die.
I think it's weird because to me, this looks like a meteor crushed into the city.
I just like seeing dice roll.
That's fair.
I wish I could. I do too, and I wish I could make it work.
We just need to take a chance and roll the dice.
Alright,
Ah,
Thorn and
critical roll.
Defiance.
Thank you.
You both notice that people have taken notice of your group coming out of the jewelers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just give them a quick smile and keep walking.
What people, like, how many people, any particular,
It
like...
seems like there's like a couple of different groups. Some just look like normal shoppers, some look kind of shady. The point is, people have noticed you kind of tossing wealth around.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll,
I pull, yeah, I'd say I think we need to get out. I pull Farley close to me and say to the group, I believe this is where we need to leave.
So Farley actually lets out kind of a squeak when you grab her and pull her close.
Sorry.
Which
Gonna
of the of the animal handling exotic pets is the furthest away from the jewelers?
There's one that's fairly far away.
Okay, because I just want to get away from this area. So I'll kind of look to the group and be like, I actually kind of saw a shop that I might want to go into. It's pretty far away from this area, if you get what I'm saying. And maybe we can go check it out.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
And I was like,
Absolutely.
and so I like.
I will make
quickly
sure that we're
shuffle.
not being followed or anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
quickly
you guys
shuffle in that
start heading
direction.
across the bazaar and toward the what is essentially just a colorful rug where somebody is standing surrounded by animal cages. Make a perception, Thorn.
I'm gonna. I mean, I would say I'm also. I should have
Okay.
said this at the beginning when we went into the city, but I would also be paying attention, especially now.
Make a perception.
15.
Okay, perception. 24.
Okay, so Defiance, you notice that there are several people kind of shadowing your group.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Does Thorn notice anything?
I doubt with a 15. No.
Yeah, that's fine. And they shadow our group pretty much the whole way to the animal handler.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
keeping their distance, but they're watching you and sort of following along.
Is this the kind of people that if we let them know that we've clocked them like, following us, that they'll be like, okay, and like leave us alone?
There's
I
no
was
way
gonna
of
say, what
telling
kind of vibe do I get from them?
that.
like-
You get the vibe that they're interested in the wealth you've been throwing around.
Okay, that's what I was just making sure of. Okay.
So you know that like this, especially here in the market district, this is like more than common.
Yeah. Like I said before at the beginning, just keep your stuff on you.
Okay.
Be careful
Oh.
of pickpockets, etc.
I want to I want to see the person that tries to come at Thorn.
Oh, God.
So that's
So
fine.
No. See, the
Defiance,
thing with pickpockets
Defiance
is-
knows that like, as long as you stay in the main market area and don't go down any like back streets or alleyways, you're probably not gonna get jumped.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think they'd be stupid enough to just like jump you in the middle of the street, considering there is a guard presence. But like, you never know.
You've seen several guards in the the crimson cloaks, kind of walking around. They seem to travel in groups of 3 to 5.
So, I mean, this is gonna be a stupid-ish question. How heavy is the crime in the common area? Not common area, because that's a whole quarter, but like in the everyday presence. Like, is it just like, we watch it happen and they ignore it, or do they actually try to stop it?
If it's crime, they're gonna apprehend whoever the criminal is.
It largely depends on what quarter you're in.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's. But in the merchant quarter, if they see somebody doing something, I mean, they're gonna.
If it's blatantly obvious, more than likely they're gonna step in and stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I meant. I thought, because there are just some cities that are just like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, like, they're probably not gonna chase down every like little kid pickpocket that grabs a coin purse. But anything like more than that, yeah, they're gonna stop it.
Got it.
So when we walk up, you said that this merchant is just kind of like a rug on the ground with cages around.
Yep.
What kind of animals are they taking in?
Well, he has a tiger. He has a couple of swans. He has some ferrets. He has a porcupine.
A tiger.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the tiger. The tiger.
No, we're not buying the tiger.
Why can we not buy a tiger?
Fine. I'm not so certain that we aren't. Maybe we should consider the tiger.
What
the
is the
hell,
word?
you guys?
What's wrong with buying a tiger?
Oh my god.
Okay, so you said he's got some ferrets, a porcupine, a tiger, some swans.
That's
Is
that's
there-
all that really is of any note.
Okay. And
He
the
has some dogs
other.
and cats and stuff too, but
Gotcha. Okay, and then.
Wait a
the
minute, I just
other-
thought about it. We don't need to buy a freaking tiger as we know that we're being followed.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, on the way over there, before we got there, I'm just going to reiterate to everyone that, you know, we've been flashing our wealth around a little bit, especially throwing 1,000 gold on the ground. So maybe just keep it a little bit more on the DL.
Buys tiger immediately.
Tiger.
Yeah, you
Hey, we have
should ask.
people-
Is it a baby tiger or a big tiger?
yeah, it's a big
I
tiger.
would,
It's a big
still,
tiger.
I would have said on the way over. I would just be like, I would have said, like, because we have people watching us.
I just want to
Okay.
like point out what all we've done today. So we've gone to the library. We've
Mhm.
immediately gone to the next quarter over and proceeded to way overpay for a slave
Child.
by
but
just
okay.
throwing the money
So-
on the ground and then immediately going and upgrading our armor, buying new weapons,
Yeah.
trading in jewels, and now we're at an animal merchant.
On my count, we have spent. Let's see, that was 1,000. Let's see, that was because you didn't buy the dagger, right, Defiance?
Correct.
Okay, so
the only thing I
Torek-
spend money on is the 25, I think it was gold for the upgrade to my armor.
And then, so that was 1,050 plus Tordex shield. That's 1,225. We've only spent 1,225. We just
Only.
sold stuff.
You're missing the 20 for removing the color.
1,245. Excuse me.
But yeah.
I mean that's not a ton.
Yes, it fucking is.
The common
Then
person makes
again,
about 10 silver in a month.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then we gained 3,800 gold. So
You guys don't
spent
realize. Until
1,200.
recently, we've been like, do you not remember? Just as recently as Alero, Corey was like, I don't know if I can afford a 5 gold cloak. Okay, come on. Like,
Silver a month,
seriously.
That's 120 silver
Uh,
a year. 10 silver. No, what is it? 1 silver is 10 gold.
Yes.
Good.
No,
No,
one,
wow.
10.
1 gold is 10 silver.
Yeah.
1 gold is 10 silver. That's scary. How much money we have right now?
You're carrying
That's what
around
I'm
a dragon horde.
Well, most of it.
No,
at
but I
least.
didn't know what the common household amount of wealth was. So that's a lot.
In like, if you read the player's handbook quotes it as like a good rate for like a healthy sort of income is 1 gold a day. So clearly it's a little bit less in this world. So that means our gold isn't like, it's even more than probably you'd think normally. Like, I didn't realize it was that low. The 10, what,
Wait,
10
so
silver a
1
month.
gold a day, let's just say it's player's handbook, is 365 gold a year?
Yeah, that's like a healthy income. You live comfortably.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
in this world, the common person is lucky to see a gold.
Adventuring.
Oh.
They generally trade in
was
silver, and not many of them are able to
Really?
save up enough to trade it in for gold.
I didn't know that.
Dang.
Okay, so we need to be a little
You have to remember,
bit
this
smarter.
world is basically in its dark ages right now. The last great
Yeah.
empire just fell.
Yeah.
This is like the
Oh,
equivalent of our
makes
world
so
right
much
after the fall of the
sense.
Roman Empire.
Oh, Jesus.
So when we
Okay, so-
we hand someone over 5 gold, like, it's, you always react really strongly to that. But like, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
5 gold is the hold on, 120 silver. That's 3 years
No.
money. No, not 3 years. I just did that wrong.
It's
I
like-
did that completely wrong.
Oh dang.
If it's 10 silver,
So this is a
month, that's-
very different game.
well, you said 10 silver a month, so
Here.
10 silver is 1 gold. So it's 1 gold a month, right?
Yes.
So 5 gold is 5 months. Not 5 years.
So 12 gold. Okay, that's not bad. That's not as bad.
Not as bad, but it's still like, y'all just throwing 1,000 gold down in the street, and I'm like sitting here like, oh jeez.
Yeah, basically every time you guys
1,000?
like tip a gold piece to somebody, like, you're changing lives.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes
my
me feel
god,
so much
we're
better.
philanthropists.
You guys didn't realize.
Oh my god, we're philanthropists.
Yeah, like
Oh,
when the
this is a
barmaid
very
hands
different
you your
game.
drink and you flip her a gold coin, you've just changed her life.
Okay,
Holy
so those 2
shit.
orcs are now rich. You know what? I don't
Yeah.
even care.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
You don't care. I care. God damn
don't
it. They don't deserve that gold. But
okay,
anyway.
it was
Well,
either that
fine, you
or
can
the
always
girl
go try and
possibly
steal it back.
dies.
If you could
Or I
find them
could just
again.
kill them.
Okay,
Just
let's,
kill them.
You are in a
Let's not
major
go-
city.
God, for
Yeah.
for like kind of expedient sake, the other 2 animal merchants, they have the same types of animals.
Basically.
Or do they have anything
Yeah,
different?
you're not going to find anything like super exotic here in the marketplace.
Well, I didn't expect to. I was just curious, like, what kind of animals they would have. And so you
Generally-
said it was like
generally
an
that type.
adult. It was like an adult tiger.
Yeah.
what, I'm gonna ask Corey when we get there, and she's like looking at all this stuff. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, I kind of like animals.
She's getting inventory.
So, for what?
She's-
Oh, she has to be able to see an animal before she can turn into it. That's smart.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing of a druid. You can't turn into something you've never seen.
Oh. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I just didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Also, one other thing. Is studded leather? It's leather, so never mind. I was about to say something. Never mind.
So just for curious sake, the weasels or the porcupine, how much would those are they going for?
Which one?
Let's do the weasels.
So he has 2 weasels, and he's charging 15 gold apiece for them.
What do they look like? Like what are their colorations?
Are they sick? Is I think what she's meaning to say.
Yeah, and like also like what kind of health are they in? Like what coloration? Can I clearly see if one's male or female?
Jesus Christ. They're both male. They're brown with like black masks. They don't look like they're in the best health, but they're not like sickly.
Guys, I don't think we need spending any more coin. I think we actually need to find a place to possibly relax for a little bit.
Oh yeah, what time of day is it at this point, John?
It's getting past midday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll turn to the merchant. Kind of. Oh, thank you for letting us peruse your wares, and I guess we'll make our way. Because you said the common area is where we would find the most inns, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the common
that's where
quarter
we're
is where you're gonna find the majority of.
So I guess we'll make our way over out of the merchant quarter.
Do we want to try to like lowball and go to an inn just to show we're not like that rich, or do we just want to do comfort?
I was thinking like not like the lowest place there, but like we would stay relatively low.
Okay.
Yeah, on the lower side of average, maybe. I mean, I would just go for something. What was I gonna say? First of all, is everybody done for now with things that they wanted to buy? At least think.
Yeah, I'm
so?
done for
Well,
now.
I'm good.
This is-
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to get something before he left the armor guy, but I don't know if.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
We can go back.
Oh yeah, if we had known that, we would have done that before we went to the jeweler. But
I was almost just gonna DM him. Yeah, I was see they had Masterwork scale mail or not.
Are we recommending that, or?
Oh, I mean, are we? Yeah, we can. Right.
Oh, it don't matter.
I can always go
That's what
back, I guess.
We can go back if you want to.
It's alright. I was
Is
trying
John
to.
even with us?
Sorry, what's happening?
Oh, I
He
think
wants to
Eric-
retcon and say he got Masterwork scale mail armor. If that was okay with you, or if we needed to go back.
Yeah, that's fine. Just double the cost of regular scam mail and we'll call it good. I'm not gonna go
Alright.
back and roleplay haggling all that stuff again.
Cool.
All right. So I look at the group. So to the inn now.
Yeah, so we're looking for like a middle class, lower of the middle class. inn.
The next step up from a motel to a hotel.
Yeah, yeah, like we want like, a little bit nice, but like obviously we've been throwing around a lot of coins, so like let's stay kind of under the radar in this quarter.
So I'm gonna say because we're moving out of the merchant quarter and into the common quarter. I'd still be kind of keeping an eye out. Do these shadows follow us out of the merchant quarter, or do they disappear?
Roll a perception.
Okay. Perception is.
Can I help her just now that she's told us?
It doesn't even matter because I got a nat 20, which is a 25.
Nice. Never mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as you pass through the gate out of the merchant quarter, some of them sort of peel off and head back toward the main market area. A few continue to follow you, and Defiance, you notice that some of them have iron rings on,
Yep. Called it.
Oh.
and those ones sort of get in the way of anyone else following you and kind of make them back off. And within maybe 20 minutes of entering the common quarter, everyone seems to have disappeared from your trail.
So you're people you're here to be under trial, or basically like stay the back. stay the fuck away.
Yep.
No,
Like,
they want to make
common-
sure that she's alive so she can make it to the
Yeah.
trial. That's
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have so many thoughts right now. But anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna find whatever, like they said, whatever in.
Middle of the road in.
Yep.
A day's in, please.
Really? Just any old inn, huh?
So, like I said, we don't want to be in
Like, not the nicest.
want-
Like, I would
not
say
the
like
Hilton,
a
but
good
a
middle
Days Inn.
class. Like, not a motel. Like, we want a hotel. We don't want doors just like opening onto the street. Like, like an inn, just like a typical inn. Nothing too extravagant.
think college kid, low cost Airbnb.
John, is this my cue?
I'm wondering if you were gonna, or if you really do just want
Yeah.
a random one.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
why not? Like, if I can convince the rest of the group to pay for it, it's nicer, right?
It's on the upper end of the lower class.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah. No,
I am
I'll,
confused.
I'll tell the group that I know of a place that we can stay. It's a little bit, it's, a little bit nicer than the places we've been staying, but it's not like fancy.
Okay.
Is it safe?
I think it would be safer than most places, in fact. It's actually called
How-
it's called a refuge.
The refuge.
This is
All right.
your home, so
I trust you.
I trust your
Get on.
judgment.
All right, so Defiance leads you down the main boulevard, and this place is kind of hard to miss. It is one of the largest buildings in the common area.
Oops, I lied.
Oh.
With a fenced-in courtyard.
Oops, I
Guys,
lied.
I just wanted to get here. I'm sorry.
No, you know, Defiance. You know this place by reputation, despite its appearances and how somewhat upscale it seems compared to its surroundings. That it actually doesn't charge a whole lot.
Yep.
It's a rather what's the word? Not charity.
Good value.
Yeah, it's good value. It's
Good
they
A hidden gem.
it caters to the common people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the
It's a
kind of
bit of a
place
nicer
that your
place than
common
the-
traveler would be able to afford.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you step
And it
through.
actually
So-
fits a lot better thematically. Like, if anyone were still tailing us, which they're not, but like if anyone were, they'd be like, oh, well, this makes sense. They have, that they'd want a nicer place than some random ass motel.
That's what I was trying to avoid. I wanted them to think, oh, they spent all their gold, now they're going to this random low-ish level, but you took us to the most, elaborate one.
No, it's not that. It's not that elaborate. It's just large and,
So,
it's
which of these two large buildings is it?
the left-hand one.
Gotcha.
So
Alright,
you
so I'm
enter the
following
fenced-in
Defiance.
courtyard area and are immediately greeted by a stable boy to take your horses, which you guys still
Oh, I
have. but seem to
forgot
have
we had
forgotten about.
those.
Oh, yeah.
So he takes your horses. It's a silver apiece to stable them,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
In silver?
and
Okay.
you move to the front door.
Okay.
You pull
Front door?
open the front door, and you hear, "If fame comes round to find me, please, friends, now don't you tell her. If glory comes a calling, then just
No.
hide me in the cellar.
No.
For I'll never
Yes.
lie with glory, and I'll never look
I
for
pull out a
fame.
dagger
And
and
in all the
stab
tales
him.
the joymen tell, you'll never hear my name."
Fine,
Nice
if you
to
care
meet
about me at all, you would please let me kill him.
And
If you
we
care about
will
me at
call it
all.
there for tonight.
Yeah.
No, do I see, boss?
Like I said,
Doesn't
we're gonna
matter,
call
you
it
heard
there
it.
for tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on!
My God.
I knew it. I knew that decision would come back to bite me.
No problem.